Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you for stopping by the stream. Sorry, there was a little bit of a technical difficulty before. There was just like I'm trying to like make sure I get the internet and everything right, so it's a little annoying, but it's okay. We got it all situated, I think. Once again, I'm not going to waste too much time on the introduction. Yesterday was a little bit of a a little bit of a mishap. If you are watching this at a later time, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to literally do this along the stream, but I will be commentating only if necessary. If I have questions about particular verses or if I have issues altogether with the stream, then I probably will end it early. But we're going to try to keep it short and sweet. Not going to waste too much time. There was a little bit of latency issue in the beginning, but I've just went and fixed it. I try to fix some things up. Day 30 for asking reaction. Listen here, man. You're gonna stop pestering me about this reaction video. But I have a lot of work to do today. I honestly started a little bit late. I was super tired last night. I must say that this Ramadan is already starting to get to me a little bit. I think this is day 7 or day 8 into Ramadan. Is it day 8? Let me make sure. Day 9 into Ramadan, and it's already kind of kicking my butt a little bit. But nonetheless, I'm going to continue to try to push through and find new ways to gain some energy. I've noticed that my body I remember how it was when my body was going into the ketogenic state where I feel like I was eating at certain times, but then when I got the energy, it still felt like as if as soon as I started fasting again, my body was just depleted of energy. So I'm starting to feel that. I'm going to make a video about it very, very soon. I'm actually got a few videos that I need to go ahead and record today. So I need to knock those out really, really fast. So I need to knock out this stream as well. I wanted to go ahead and as well just stream because obviously I want to read more about it, the Quran. I want to continue to learn and strengthen my iman very, very much. And it's been very amazing the last few days. I'm praying that this next week will go pretty fast and pretty smooth. I cannot believe it's already Sunday. I'm losing my mind because I feel like it was just yesterday that I was just working and I got off, and now here we are on Sunday, right before the work week. So I'm very exhausted. Yeah, oh man, don't I'm actually going to talk about that a lot in my Ramadan video, or not my first week of Ramadan video. So I got that video coming up soon. It should post by tomorrow, or by Tuesday. So I want to talk about more about the Ramadan. But I'm also going to be posting alongside that. I will be posting my video going to the masjid, and it's not going to be a very long video. It's not going to be very insane, but it's also going to contain my iftar video that I decided to record that same day, because I thought like, well, I'm attending Ramadan for the first time at a masjid. I actually did wudu. I met people. I met the sheikh of the place. I actually hung out with a friend that I hadn't seen in years in order to, just to, have someone there next to me to make me feel a little bit more comfortable because I'm not sure what's going on. And it was a very good time. It was very amazing. I cannot complain. And also, once again, so that you got all those three combined. You got the video that's coming out about talking about my first week of Ramadan experience. You also have my video that's coming out soon, talking about showing my first experience of going to Juma prayer, and that same day having my first iftar. That's a little bit different because I tried a kebab place. If you don't know about kebab, it's like pretty much like a Middle Eastern, Mediterranean kind of food. But it was really good. I personally have no complaints. I still have some of the bread, I think I can't remember the name of the bread, but it is the name of the bread that I actually had. It's a little bit left over, so I'm going to eat some of that probably later and have my next amount of food. So I will say it's been a little strenuous, but we're going to get into that a little bit later. I should marry ASAP. This guy, 100% though. I will agree with that being married. May Allah bless you, brother, and Ramadan Kareem to you and all your viewers. Thank you so much, Hussein. I appreciate you for stopping by. So many vids. I'm excited. Yeah, there's a lot of vids. There's a lot of videos coming out. I'm also going to get back into the habit of recording videos. So I did a poll on YouTube community page, and a lot of people are really wanting more videos again. And I do understand, like, 'cause, a lot of people want to get my perspective, and a lot of people want to see how I react to things. And there's a lot of videos people have recommended, and I promised I will react to, and I haven't gotten to a majority of those yet. So I want to start reacting again. I will be honest with you. I don't know how the streams are going to go this week, but majority of the videos that I've seen, like the rest, I believe. Let me just go ahead and look at it. Majority of the next surahs are pretty short, so we only have one long one. That's on Surah 9, but Surah 8 is only 30 minutes. Surah 10 is 45, 46, 42, and it kind of gets shorter and shorter, 20, 20, 16, 42, 33, 33, 21, 27. Not a lot of long surahs after this next one, there's only like one more long surah, which is Surah 9, and after that they're going to be pretty short. So, I'm not to say I'm excited to get through it all, but I'm excited to see what's next, and I'm glad that it's a little bit shorter so I can have more time to interact and actually make things a little bit more concise and get back to recording videos again. That's my favorite part, is recording videos. I cannot wait. I'm excited. because I like to watch videos that you guys recommend, and there's so many that you recommended, and I haven't had the time to react to them yet. So I'm a little irritated with that, but it's okay. We're gonna get to it. Oh, walaikum assalam, Hashir. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I made Hashir my moderator the other day because there was a little bit of an incident with a random Christian dude coming up in here and starting mischief. And he was just kind of like spamming with different accounts, and I was kind of getting annoyed and agitated, so I just went on ahead and made him a moderator so he can take care of the situation. Do not allow this to affect your mindset about like what you have to do to become a moderator, because that was the only reason why I made a moderator. And also, he was very calm, he's very informative, and like he was just there and watching the entire time. So I appreciate him for what he does. But yeah. Well, they can listen. The last bunch of surahs are like 5 minutes or less than that. Yeah, 100%. Bro, make me mod. I'm always here. Okay, I'll make that fair. But you're the last one. Other than that, there's no more mods. Because I promised myself, like when I did YouTube gaming, and trust me, people go crazy for moderators. Okay, but I'm not gonna make people moderators just out of spite. You gotta earn your way to be a moderator. I'm going to have more of that information about that later, but right now I'm focused mostly on learning the religion and trying to make this channel pop, excuse me, as much as possible. So that is the current goal. So nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and I'm not going to talk too much longer. We're going to get into this. This is Surah 7, Al-Araf, if I'm saying it correctly. The heights. Well, in the book that I have, it says the heights. That's what it says here, the heights. But it says here the elevated places. So I don't know what to really take of that. But once again, I've been reading, honestly, every time there's a new surah, I just kind of read from the book. I don't really read from here. I try to, if I need to catch up and read the comments, then I'll read the surah on the thing, but I really, honestly don't do it. LOL, brother. Hello, Hazel. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Hopefully you're saying that. I'm not too sure what you're saying. But thank you so much for stopping by, Hazel. All sisters are welcome as well as brothers, obviously, because, trying to keep it halal, quote unquote. But I appreciate the sister stopping by. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Just like care. May Allah bless you with knowledge of the deen and make it easy for you. The heights are an exact translation, pretty accurate. Okay, awesome. Okay, I'm about to say that makes more sense than elevated places. I'm just like, what is that? Because it seems a little bit long, but nonetheless, it's cool. But thank you so much for that information. And yeah, thank you so much for your for the blessings. I hope Allah blesses you as well and everyone else that's supporting my channel, because you guys are really supportive and very kind and loving. So I appreciate that a lot. All right, so nonetheless, I'm not going to talk too much longer. So once again, this is called Al-Araf, the Heights. And the beginning of this book, it says to me again, this chapter takes its name from the heights mentioned in verse 46. Like many other Meccan chapters, it recounts the stories of earlier prophets who were denied by their own people and how their deniers were eventually destroyed. As mentioned in the previous chapters 6, 10, 11, these stories are meant to reassure the prophet and warn his people of God's torment. The story of Satan's arrogance and Adam's temptation and fall are detailed, along with lessons for the believers to be aware of Satan's whispers. Details about paradise and hell, verses 36 to 53, are unmatched by any previous chapter. The powerlessness of idols is further emphasized. Full obedience to God and his prophets is stressed in this chapter and the next. So, okay, so we got an idea of what this chapter is going to be like. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Definitely can't wait for this. So nonetheless, guys, I'm not going to talk too much longer. Sorry, I was a bit amused at the convo in the chat. It's my suhoor time, so I'll be listening. Just thank you so much, Hazel. I appreciate you. No, it's okay. You can definitely be all right. You're definitely all right. But I thank you so much for stopping by. But anyway, here we go. So I'm going to mute myself. Once again, this is an hour and 20 minutes long, so do forgive me. If I'm not stopping to respond every 5 seconds, I will be reading the chat, and I will be listening to you, looking at what you guys are saying. So trust me, it's not like I'm ignoring you. I can see what you're saying, and I can hear, and I can talk and comment to you. So nonetheless, here we go. Al-Araf, the heights. Let's get into it.
ألف لام صاد كتاب أنزل إليك فلا يكن في صدرك حرج منه لتنذر به وذكرى للمؤمنين اتبعوا ما أنزل إليكم من ربكم ولا تتبعوا من دونه أولياء قليلا ما تذكرون وكم من قرية أهلكناها فجاءها بأسنا بياتا أو هم قائلون فما كان دعواهم إذ جاءهم بأسنا إلا أن قالوا إنا كنا ظالمين فلنسألن الذين أرسل إليهم ولنسألن المرسلين فلنقصن عليهم بعلم وما كنا غائبين والوزن يومئذ الحق فمن ثقلت موازينه فأولئك هم المفلحون ومن خفت موازينه فأولئك الذين خسروا أنفسهم بما كانوا بآياتنا يظلمون ولقد مكناكم في الأرض وجعلنا لكم فيها معايش قليلا ما تشكرون ولقد خلقناكم ثم صورناكم ثم قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس لم يكن من الساجدين قال ما منعك ألا تسجد إذ أمرتك قال أنا خير منه خلقتني من نار وخلقته من طين قال فاهبط منها فما يكون لك أن تتكبر فيها فاخرج إنك من الصاغرين قال أنظرني إلى يوم يبعثون قال إنك من المنظرين قال فبما أغويتني لأقعدن لهم صراطك المستقيم ثم لآتينهم من بين أيديهم ومن خلفهم وعن أيمانهم وعن شمائلهم ولا تجد أكثرهم شاكرين قال اخرج منها مذءوما مدحورا لمن تبعك منهم لأملأن جهنم منكم أجمعين ويا آدم اسكن أنت أنت وزوجك الجنة فكلا من حيث شئتما ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة فتكونا من الظالمين. فوسوس لهما الشيطان ليبدي لهما ما وري عنهما من سوآتهما وقال ما نهاكما ربكما عن هذه الشجرة إلا أن تكونا ملكين أو تكونا من الخالدين. وقاسمهما إني لكما لمن الناصحين فدلاهما بغرور فلما ذاقا الشجرة بدت لهما سوآتهما وطفقا يخصفان عليهما من ورق الجنة وناداهما ربهما ألم أنهكما عن تلكما الشجرة وأقل لكما إن الشيطان لكما عدو مبين. قالا ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. قال اهبطوا بعضكم لبعض عدو ولكم في الأرض مستقر ومتاع إلى حين. قال فيها تحيون وفيها تموتون ومنها تخرجون. يا بني آدم قد أنزلنا عليكم لباسا يواري سوآتكم وريشا ولباس التقوى ذلك خير ذلك من آيات الله لعلهم يذكرون. يا بني آدم لا يفتننكم الشيطان كما أخرج أبويكم من الجنة ينزع عنهما لباسهما ليريهما سوآتهما إنه يراكم هو وقبيله من حيث لا ترونهم إنا جعلنا الشياطين أولياء للذين لا يؤمنون. وإذا فعلوا فاحشة قالوا وجدنا عليها آباءنا والله أمرنا بها قل إن الله لا يأمر بالفحشاء أتقولون على الله ما لا تعلمون. قل أمر ربي بالقسط وأقيموا وجوهكم عند كل مسجد وادعوه مخلصين له الدين كما بدأكم تعودون. فريقا هدى وفريقا حق عليهم الضلالة إنهم اتخذوا الشياطين أولياء من دون الله ويحسبون أنهم مهتدون. يا بني آدم خذوا زينتكم عند كل مسجد وكلوا واشربوا ولا تسرفوا إنه لا يحب المسرفين قل من حرم زينة الله التي أخرج لعباده والطيبات من الرزق قل هي للذين آمنوا في الحياة الدنيا خالصة يوم القيامة كذلك نفصل الآيات لقوم يعلمون قل إنما حرم ربي الفواحش ما ظهر منها وما بطن والإثم والبغي بغير الحق وأن تشركوا بالله ما لم ينزل به سلطانا وأن تقولوا على الله ما لا تعلمون ولكل أمة أجل فإذا جاء أجلهم لا يستأخرون ساعة ولا يستقدمون يا بني آدم إما يأتينكم رسل منكم يقصون عليكم آياتي فمن اتقى وأصلح فلا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون والذين كذبوا بآياتنا واستكبروا عنها أولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون فمن أظلم ممن افترى على الله كذبا أو كذب بآياته أولئك ينالهم نصيبهم من الكتاب حتى إذا جاءتهم رسلنا يتوفونهم قالوا أين ما كنتم تدعون من دون الله قالوا ضلوا عنا وشهدوا على أنفسهم أنهم كانوا كافرين قال ادخلوا في قد خلت من قبلكم من الجن والإنس في النار كلما دخلت أمة لعنت أختها حتى إذا اداركوا فيها جميعا قالت أخراهم لأولاهم ربنا هؤلاء أضلونا فآتهم عذابا ضعفا من النار قال لكل ضعف ولكن لا تعلمون وقالت أولاهم لأخراهم فما كان لكم علينا من فضل فذوقوا العذاب بما كنتم تكسبون إن الذين كذبوا بآياتنا واستكبروا عنها لا تفتح لهم أبواب السماء لا تفتح لهم أبواب السماء ولا يدخلون الجنة حتى يلج الجمل في سم الخياط وكذلك نجزي المجرمين لهم من جهنم مهاد ومن فوقهم غواش وكذلك نجزي الظالمين والذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لا نكلف نفسا إلا وسعها أولئك أصحاب الجنة هم فيها خالدون ونزعنا ما في صدورهم من غل تجري من تحتهم الأنهار وقالوا الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله لقد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق ونودوا أن تلكم الجنة أورثتموها بما كنتم تعملون ونادى أصحاب الجنة أصحاب النار أن قد وجدنا ما وعدنا ربنا حقا فهل وجدتم ما وعد ربكم حقا قالوا نعم فأذن مؤذن بينهم اللعنة الله على الظالمين الذين يصدون عن سبيل الله ويبغونها عوجا وهم بالآخرة كافرون وبينهما حجاب وعلى الأعراف رجال يعرفون كلا بسيماهم ونادوا أصحاب الجنة أن سلام عليكم لم يدخلوها وهم يطمعون وإذا صرفت أبصارهم تلقاء أصحاب النار قالوا ربنا لا تجعلنا مع القوم الظالمين ونادى أصحاب الأعراف رجالا يعرفونهم بسيماهم قالوا ما أغنى عنكم جمعكم وما كنتم تستكبرون أهؤلاء الذين أقسمتم لا ينالهم الله برحمة ادخلوا الجنة لا خوف عليكم ولا أنتم تحزنون ونادى أصحاب النار أصحاب الجنة أن أفيضوا علينا من الماء أو مما رزقكم الله قالوا إن الله حرمهما على الكافرين. الذين اتخذوا دينهم لهوا ولعبا وغرتهم الحياة الدنيا فاليوم ننساهم كما نسوا لقاء يومهم هذا وما كانوا بآياتنا يجحدون. ولقد جئناهم بكتاب فصلناه على علم هدى ورحمة لقوم يؤمنون. هل ينظرون إلا تأويله يوم يأتي تأويله يقول الذين نسوه من قبل قد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق فهل لنا من شفعاء فيشفعوا لنا أو نرد فنعمل غير الذي كنا نعمل قد خسروا أنفسهم وضل عنهم ما كانوا يفترون. إن ربكم الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يغشي الليل النهار يطلبه حثيثا والشمس والقمر والنجوم مسخرات بأمره ألا له الخلق والأمر تبارك الله رب العالمين. ادعوا ربكم تضرعا وخفية إنه لا يحب المعتدين. ولا تفسدوا في الأرض بعد إصلاحها وادعوه خوفا وطمعا إن رحمة الله قريب من المحسنين. وهو الذي يرسل الرياح بشرا بين يدي رحمته حتى إذا أقلت سحابا ثقالا سقناه لبلد ميت فأنزلنا به الماء فأخرجنا به من كل الثمرات كذلك نخرج الموتى لعلكم تذكرون. والبلد الطيب يخرج نباته بإذن ربه والذي خبث لا يخرج إلا نكدا كذلك نصرف الآيات لقوم يشكرون. لقد أرسلنا نوحا إلى قومه فقال يا قوم اعبدوا الله ما لكم من إله غيره إني أخاف عليكم عذاب يوم عظيم. قال الملأ من قومه إنا لنراك في ضلال مبين. قال يا قوم ليس بي ضلالة ولكني رسول من رب العالمين. أبلغكم رسالات ربي وأنصح لكم وأعلم من الله ما لا تعلمون. أَوَعَجِبْتُمْ أَن جَاءَكُمْ ذِكْرٌ مِّن رَّبِّكُمْ عَلَىٰ رَجُلٍ مِّنكُمْ لِيُنذِرَكُمْ وَلِتَتَّقُوا وَلَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ فكذبوه فأنجيناه والذين معه في الفلك وأغرقنا الذين كذبوا بآياتنا إنهم كانوا قوما عمين. وإلى عاد أخاهم هودا قال يا قوم اعبدوا الله ما لكم من إله غيره أفلا تتقون. قال الملأ الذين كفروا من قومه إنا لنراك في سفاهة وإنا لنظنك من الكاذبين. قال يا قوم ليس بي سفاهة ولكني رسول من رب العالمين أبلغكم رسالات ربي وأنا لكم ناصح أمين. أوعجبتم أن جاءكم ذكر من ربكم على رجل منكم لينذركم واذكروا إذ جعلكم خلفاء من بعد قوم نوح وزادكم في الخلق بسطة فاذكروا آلاء الله لعلكم تفلحون. قالوا أجئتنا لنعبد الله وحده ونذر ما كان يعبد آباؤنا فأتنا بما تعدنا إن كنت من الصادقين. قال قد وقع عليكم من ربكم رجس وغضب أتجادلونني في أسماء سميتموها أنتم وآباؤكم ما نزل الله بها من سلطان فانتظروا إني معكم من المنتظرين. فأنجيناه والذين معه برحمة منا وقطعنا دابر الذين كذبوا بآياتنا وما كانوا مؤمنين. وإلى ثمود أخاهم صالحا قال يا قوم اعبدوا الله ما لكم من إله غيره قد جاءتكم بينة من ربكم هذه ناقة الله لكم آية فذروها تأكل في أرض الله ولا تمسوها بسوء فيأخذكم عذاب أليم. واذكروا إذ جعلكم خلفاء من بعد عاد وبوأكم في الأرض تتخذون من سهولها قصورا وتنحتون الجبال بيوتا فاذكروا آلاء الله ولا تعثوا في الأرض مفسدين. قال الملأ الذين استكبروا من قومه للذين استضعفوا لمن آمن منهم أتعلمون أن صالحا مرسل من ربه قالوا إنا بما أرسل به مؤمنون. قال الذين استكبروا إنا بالذي آمنتم به كافرون. فعقروا الناقة وعتوا عن أمر ربهم وقالوا يا صالح ائتنا بما تعدنا إن كنت من المرسلين. فأخذتهم الرجفة فأصبحوا في دارهم جاثمين. فتولى عنهم وقال يا قوم لقد أبلغتكم رسالة ربي ونصحت لكم ولكن لا تحبون الناصحين. ولوطا إذ قال لقومه أتأتون الفاحشة ما سبقكم بها من أحد من العالمين إنكم لتأتون الرجال شهوة من دون النساء بل أنتم قوم مسرفون. وما كان جواب قومه إلا أن قالوا أخرجوهم من قريتكم إنهم أناس يتطهرون. فأنجيناه وأهله إلا امرأته كانت من الغابرين. وأمطرنا عليهم مطرا فانظر كيف كان عاقبة المجرمين. وإلى مدين أخاهم شعيبا قال يا قوم اعبدوا الله ما لكم من إله غيره قد جاءتكم بينة من ربكم فأوفوا الكيل والميزان ولا تبخسوا الناس أشياءهم ولا تفسدوا في الأرض بعد إصلاحها ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم مؤمنين. ولا تقعدوا بكل صراط توعدون وتصدون عن سبيل الله من آمن به وتبغونها عوجا واذكروا إذ كنتم قليلا فكثركم وانظروا كيف كان عاقبة المفسدين. وإن كان طائفة منكم آمنوا بالذي أرسلت أرسلت به وطائفة لم يؤمنوا فاصبروا حتى يحكم الله بيننا وهو خير الحاكمين. قال الملأ الذين استكبروا من قومه لنخرجنك يا شعيب والذين آمنوا معك من قريتنا أو لتعودن في ملتنا. قال أولو كنا كارهين قد افترينا على الله كذبا إن عدنا في ملتكم بعد إذ نجانا الله منها وما يكون لنا أن نعود فيها إلا أن يشاء الله ربنا وسع ربنا كل شيء علما على الله توكلنا ربنا افتح بيننا وبين قومنا بالحق وأنت خير الفاتحين. وقال الملأ الذين كفروا من قومه لئن اتبعتم شعيبا إنكم إذا لخاسرون فأخذتهم الرجفة فأصبحوا في دارهم جاثمين. الذين كذبوا شعيبا كأن لم يغنوا فيها الذين كذبوا شعيبا كانوا هم الخاسرين. فتولى عنهم وقال يا قوم لقد أبلغتكم رسالات ربي ونصحت لكم فكيف آسى على قوم كافرين. وما أرسلنا في قرية من نبي إلا أخذنا أهلها بالبأساء والضراء لعلهم يضرعون ثم بدلنا مكان السيئة الحسنة حتى عفوا وقالوا قد مس آباءنا الضراء والسراء فأخذناهم بغتة وهم لا يشعرون. ولو أن أهل القرى آمنوا واتقوا لفتحنا عليهم بركات من السماء والأرض ولكن كذبوا فأخذناهم بما كانوا يكسبون. أفأمن أهل القرى أن يأتيهم بأسنا بياتا وهم نائمون أوأمن أهل القرى أن يأتيهم بأسنا ضحى وهم يلعبون أفأمنوا مكر الله فلا يأمن مكر الله إلا القوم الخاسرون. أَوَلَمْ يَهْدِ لِلَّذِينَ يَرِثُونَ الْأَرْضَ مِن بَعْدِ أَهْلِهَا أَن لَّوْ نَشَاءُ أَصَبْنَاهُم بِذُنُوبِهِمْ وَنَطْبَعُ عَلَىٰ قُلُوبِهِمْ فَهُمْ لَا يَسْمَعُونَ تِلْكَ الْقُرَىٰ نَقُصُّ عَلَيْكَ مِنْ أَنبَائِهَا ۚ وَلَقَدْ جَاءَتْهُمْ رُسُلُهُم بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ فَمَا كَانُوا لِيُؤْمِنُوا بِمَا كَذَّبُوا مِن قَبْلُ ۚ كَذَٰلِكَ يَطْبَعُ اللَّهُ عَلَىٰ قُلُوبِ الْكَافِرِينَ وَمَا وَجَدْنَا لِأَكْثَرِهِم مِّنْ عَهْدٍ وَإِن وَجَدْنَا أَكْثَرَهُمْ لَفَاسِقِينَ ثُمَّ بَعَثْنَا مِن بَعْدِهِم مُّوسَىٰ بِآيَاتِنَا إِلَىٰ فِرْعَوْنَ وَمَلَئِهِ فَظَلَمُوا بِهَا فانظُرْ كَيْفَ كَانَ عَاقِبَةُ الْمُفْسِدِينَ وَقَالَ مُوسَىٰ يَا فِرْعَوْنُ إِنِّي رَسُولٌ مِّن رَّبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ حَقِيقٌ عَلَىٰ أَلَّا أَقُولَ عَلَى اللَّهِ إِلَّا الْحَقَّ قَدْ جِئْتُكُم بِبَيِّنَةٍ مِّن رَّبِّكُمْ فَأَرْسِلْ مَعِيَ بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ قَالَ إِن كُنتَ جِئْتَ بِآيَةٍ فَأْتِ بِهَا إِن كُنتَ مِنَ الصَّادِقِينَ فَأَلْقَىٰ عَصَاهُ فَإِذَا هِيَ ثُعْبَانٌ مُّبِينٌ وَنَزَعَ يَدَهُ فَإِذَا هِيَ بَيْضَاءُ لِلنَّاظِرِينَ قَالَ الْمَلَأُ مِن قَوْمِ فِرْعَوْنَ إِنَّ هَٰذَا لَسَاحِرٌ عَلِيمٌ يُرِيدُ أَن يُخْرِجَكُم مِّنْ أَرْضِكُمْ فَمَاذَا تَأْمُرُونَ قَالُوا أَرْجِهْ وَأَخَاهُ وَأَرْسِلْ فِي الْمَدَائِنِ حَاشِرِينَ يَأْتُوكَ بِكُلِّ سَاحِرٍ عَلِيمٍ وَجَاءَ السَّحَرَةُ فِرْعَوْنَ قَالُوا إِنَّ لَنَا لَأَجْرًا إِن كُنَّا نَحْنُ الْغَالِبِينَ قَالَ نَعَمْ وَإِنَّكُمْ لَمِنَ الْمُقَرَّبِينَ قَالُوا يَا مُوسَىٰ إِمَّا أَن تُلْقِيَ وَإِمَّا أَن نَّكُونَ نَحْنُ الْمُلْقِينَ قَالَ أَلْقُوا فَلَمَّا أَلْقَوْا سَحَرُوا أَعْيُنَ النَّاسِ وَاسْتَرْهَبُوهُمْ وَجَاءُوا بِسِحْرٍ عَظِيمٍ وَأَوْحَيْنَا إِلَىٰ مُوسَىٰ أَنْ أَلْقِ عَصَاكَ فَإِذَا هِيَ تَلْقَفُ مَا يَأْفِكُونَ فَوَقَعَ الْحَقُّ وَبَطَلَ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ فَغُلِبُوا هُنَالِكَ وَانقَلَبُوا صَاغِرِينَ وألقي السحرة ساجدين قالوا آمنا برب العالمين رب موسى وهارون قال فرعون آمنتم به قبل أن آذن لكم إن هذا لمكر مكرتموه في المدينة لتخرجوا منها أهلها فسوف تعلمون لأقطعن أيديكم وأرجلكم من خلاف ثم لأصلبنكم أجمعين قالوا إنا إلى ربنا منقلبون وما تنقم منا إلا أن آمنا بآيات ربنا لما جاءتنا ربنا أفرغ علينا صبرا وتوفنا مسلمين وقال الملأ من قوم فرعون أتذر موسى وقومه ليفسدوا في الأرض ويذرك وآلهتك قال سنقتل أبناءهم ونستحيي نساءهم وإنا فوقهم قاهرون قال موسى لقومه استعينوا بالله واصبروا إن الأرض لله يورثها من يشاء من عباده والعاقبة للمتقين قالوا أوذينا من قبل أن تأتينا ومن بعد ما جئتنا قال عسى ربكم أن يهلك عدوكم ويستخلفكم في الأرض فينظر كيف تعملون ولقد أخذنا آل فرعون بالسنين ونقص من الثمرات لعلهم يذكرون فإذا جاءتهم الحسنة قالوا لنا هذه وإن تصبهم سيئة يطيروا بموسى ومن معه ألا إنما طائرهم عند الله ولكن أكثرهم لا يعلمون وقالوا مهما تأتنا به من آية لتسحرنا بها فما نحن لك بمؤمنين فأرسلنا عليهم الطوفان والجراد والقمل والضفادع والدم آيات مفصلات فاستكبروا وكانوا قوما مجرمين ولما وقع عليهم الرجز قالوا يا موسى ادع لنا ربك بما عهد عندك لئن كشفت عنا الرجز لنؤمنن لك ولنرسلن معك بني إسرائيل فلما كشفنا عنهم الرجز إلى أجل هم بالغوه إذا هم ينكثون فانتقمنا منهم فأغرقناهم في اليم بأنهم كذبوا بآياتنا وكانوا عنها غافلين وأورثنا القوم الذين كانوا يستضعفون مشارق الأرض ومغاربها التي باركنا فيها وتمت كلمة ربك الحسنى على بني إسرائيل بما صبروا ودمرنا ما كان يصنع فرعون وقومه وما كانوا يعرشون وجاوزنا ببني إسرائيل البحر فأتوا على قوم يعكفون على أصنام لهم قالوا يا موسى اجعل لنا إلها كما لهم آلهة قال إنكم قوم تجهلون إن هؤلاء متبر ما هم فيه وباطل ما كانوا يعملون قال أغير الله أبغيكم إلها وهو فضلكم على العالمين وإذ أنجيناكم من آل فرعون يسومونكم سوء العذاب يقتلون أبناءكم ويستحيون نساءكم وفي ذلكم بلاء من ربكم عظيم وواعدنا موسى 30 ليلة وأتممناها ب10 فتم ميقات ربه 40 ليلة وقال موسى لأخيه هارون اخلفني في قومي وأصلح ولا تتبع سبيل المفسدين ولما جاء موسى لميقاتنا وكلمه ربه قال رب أرني أنظر إليك قال لن تراني ولكن انظر إلى الجبل فإن استقر مكانه فسوف تراني فلما تجلى ربه للجبل جعله دكا وخر موسى صعقا فلما أفاق قال سبحانك تبت إليك وأنا أول المؤمنين قال يا موسى إني اصطفيتك على الناس برسالاتي وبكلامي فخذ ما آتيتك وكن من الشاكرين وكتبنا له في الألواح من كل شيء موعظة وتفصيلا لكل شيء فخذها بقوة وأمر قومك يأخذوا بأحسنها سأريكم دار الفاسقين سأصرف عن آياتي الذين يتكبرون في الأرض بغير الحق وإن يروا كل آية لا يؤمنوا بها وإن يروا سبيل الرشد لا يتخذوه سبيلا وإن يروا سبيل الغي يتخذوه سبيلا ذلك بأنهم كذبوا بآياتنا وكانوا عنها غافلين والذين كذبوا بآياتنا ولقاء الآخرة حبطت أعمالهم هل يجزون إلا ما كانوا يعملون
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to take a quick little break, just really quick, because I'm a little beat, reading so much, but we still got like only like 50 surahs to go, honestly, so I'm not trying to take too long. I just want to take a quick intermission, to talk about a little bit of what I read. So pretty much it does kind of describe more about like the different prophets, that came before and everything like that. Walaikum assalam, Mandik. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for stopping by. Appreciate you a lot. But I wanted to take a break because I wanted to touch on a few things. So it's not really a few things, but it was just like, obviously, once again, I have no idea. I was trying to look up intermission intermission sounds, and I tried to find the shortest one, and then I clicked on that, and that's what it came up. I'm sorry, that was kind of weird. I did not mean to click on something weird like that, but nonetheless, I'm going to digress. So this chapter does once again speak on a lot about the different prophets and like what they've done, to pretty much convince their people that there is only one God and stop praying to false idols and things like that. I will say that if I'm being a little critiquative here, I will say that it is a little vague as far as like understanding like what some of the prophets did. But I'm pretty sure like there's more information about that in the Hadith and the Sunnah, or Hadith or something like that kind of like tell you specifically about those people, because that's what I was told, honestly, when I first entered Islam. Like, some things may seem vague when you read the Quran, but that's why the Prophet has the Hadith to begin with, so he can provide more information in regards to the Sunnah, or to the, not to the Sunnah, to the Quran. So I'm definitely interested in reading more about that, because some of these definitely were not vague, but they were very much in depth. But which one was it? They were talking about the ones about, I think it was Lot. Who else? Prophet Hud and Prophet, what's the other prophet? Prophet Salih. Prophet Lot. It did speak on that a lot, and that was pretty interesting. About how like they told the people to believe, and then there was like an earthquake that befell them, and then they fell into to nothingness, I think, or something like that. They fell to their deaths. Which was kind of insane, not insane, but kind of intriguing, because I was like, man, like, it's insane that you're learning about other prophets and how, like, it doesn't matter how many times the prophets come along, like, there's always another prophet telling you, look, like, we've had multiple prophets come over time and time again to say that there's only one God and worship only one God, so on and so forth. And every time there was another prophet, the people just end up not believing anymore. Salam, brother, just turned in. Thank you for stopping by, bruh. Bruh. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. Walaikum assalam. But yeah, it was very intriguing to see that this is befalling a lot of different peoples over the time before the prophet. And this is really interesting because it even goes into Moses' life. And in Noah, it goes into Noah, touches on briefly even with Noah, talking about the same thing, which is very cool because I think like it's kind of intriguing because you wonder what happened. I mean, I can't remember. I'm not gonna say like I know the Bible in and out, obviously, but I know for a fact that there was over, especially with Noah. Like there, I know the story of Noah. Everybody knows the story of Noah. How he created an ark, that he was predicting that God was going to send a flood because the people were disobedient to His word and and were worshiping things that they shouldn't be worshiping. He created an ark. There was two pairs of each animal that entered onto the ship or the ark, and then God flooded the earth and killed all the disbelievers. And it's crazy because it goes into further saying that there was other prophets after him that did similarly the same exact thing over the times, and the people still didn't. There's some people that ended up believing and they submitted to God and they didn't get killed or anything like that, or were taken from this planet or to this earth or this life, and others that fell grave to illness, or they died to earthquakes, or they died to being drowned, which is pretty intriguing. I wanted to ask a question. Maybe I can ask a sheikh about this. The Almighty Creator on this is Surah 7 chapter 7 Surah 54. It says, "Indeed, your Lord is God. Your Lord is God, who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, would then established Himself on the throne. He makes the day and the night overlap in the rapid succession. He created the sun, the moon, and the stars, all subjected by His command." So I wanted to touch on this a little bit because I think I was watching a video. I think there was a video that I watched. It was a debate between, I can't remember the Muslim imam, I think, that they had on the debate, but he was going against what was that? I can't remember the guy's name. Like he's like a scientist or a physicist or something like that. Scientist. He's like a famous author, but he was like critiquing Christianity very, very poorly, very harshly. And I can't remember the guy's name, but he's some scientist. It's literally, I think it's Richard Dawkins, that they were debating. And when I remember there was like a brief moment on that debate that he was saying that, yeah, the Christians believe that the world was created literally in 7 days. And like everything was created in 7 days. And so he was saying that that was not what Muslims believed. But it says here in the Quran that indeed your Lord is God, who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days and established Himself on the throne. So is that necessary? So is that? I don't know if that's like a contradiction. I don't think it's a contradiction. I think maybe he was mistaken, or is this something like, it might be the translation of the book, but this is what it says here. So do Muslims believe that the world was created in 6 days, or the earth was created in 6 days? Or was it like, okay, but no, because in the Bible it says that the world, or like the universe and everything, was created within 7 days, but the world was created within one. But the Muslims say that it was the earth was created in 6 days. So what? The Quran may seem a bit long in some instances, especially the starting of the few chapters. For the reason in the English translation in Arabic, it works so well with its recitation. It never feels long when you recite it. It almost fits in perfectly with the beautiful eloquence. I can't answer this. I think you're talking about Zakir Naik. Now, I think it wasn't Zakir Naik. It was a different one. I think they were at Oxford. It was a dialogue or a debate with Richard Dawkins and somebody else. It was somebody. I can't remember who it was. Or maybe it was like a Muslim. I think it was a Muslim journalist that they were talking to, but it was literally at Oxford, I think, and they were literally having a conversation between what Christians believe, or believing in God in general. I think it was a talk about God or something like that. But it wasn't Zakir Naik. It was somebody else. I can't remember the guy's name right now. The word used for days in the Quran is ayam, which can mean days or period of time. It doesn't mean 24 hours or 6-day periods. Okay, yeah, because I'm about to say, like, as I think it was saying in here, on, like, this part, I think if I'm not mistaken, I don't think they spelled it correctly. It might be totally wrong, because I'm pretty sure it was trying to say eon. So it said on here, when you go back and you watch it, and you look at it, it said the world was created in 6 AEONS. Well, I think they were trying to say eons, but that's not how you spell eons. Eons is EONS, I think. But that's what it was saying on here. So I mean that makes more sense. So they don't believe it was. It doesn't mean 24 hours and 6 day periods. Okay, I'm trying to make sure because it was like they really confounded in here to 6 days. So I was kind of confused about that part. But that other than that, I have I have no other questions. I found it very interesting that the Quran also touches on Moses. It does technically talk about the exact same thing that's in the Bible. In the Bible, it talks about how Moses was, but it doesn't. I think it goes into the depth of Moses's story a little bit more in depth in the Bible. It talks about how when he was born, and it talks about his life and everything, and then it kind of talks about like when he finally was adopted by the Pharaoh. I think it was Ramesses. That Ramesses' father had took him in, and when he took him in and everything like that, he pretty much told him like, yeah, like this, he pretty much raised them up and everything like that. But then it came to a point where he saw how the Jews were being treated, or the Israelites were being treated, excuse me, and he decided to free them and everything like that. And he actually had revelation and all that good stuff. Like he was he was about to be assassinated and everything. But it kind of goes into the depth of his story a little bit more, talking about how like over time, like he actually came down with revelation, found out his true origins and everything like that, and decided to free his people. Went back to Pharaoh. Obviously, his brother Ramesses had taken over. However, after Ramesses had taken over, he told him like you have to let my people go, and he showed him all these proofs from God, like the stick, the turning the river into blood. That's what's told in the Bible, at least. It turned the Nile. The Nile turned into blood. It was they were overrun with famine and with reptilian that were just consuming the land and locusts. Pretty much similarly to what it says in the Quran. So it's pretty intriguing that it's pretty much exactly the same, exact same story. And then, but the only thing I think like when I don't know about the drowning part, but there was a part where he was in the Bible. It talks about how if you don't worship God, like one of the last things was that God would have an angel or like I think it was the angel of death or something like that. He would sweep over the land of Egypt and he would take the live. They would take it unless you took lamb's blood and put an X on the door. You are saved from having your eldest child taken. But if you didn't have the blood on the door, then your eldest child's life would be taken. It would die in a heartbeat, as quick as an eye. It was something along the lines like in a heartbeat or in the instance of an eye blink, like you blinking. That's how fast your son's or eldest child's life will be taken. And Ramesses had an older child too, and his life was taken. Ramesses allowed his people to go, and that's when obviously Moses led them out and led them to the sea. He parted the sea, and then things like that. So that was very intriguing, and then he brought down the tablets and everything to show his people the new way that God wants them to live. That was very, very, that story is something that's monumental in both religions. I think that are very, very powerful, very pertinent. So I think I would really appreciate that the Quran touches on this a little bit and talks about it and tells, pretty much tells like the whole story again. And it kind of like reaffirms that this story was a real story. This is a true story. So, you are now listening to the last message sent to mankind. Thank you. MMOHD, thank you for stopping by. Jazakallah khair, thank you. Muslims do believe that Allah created the heavens and the earth in 6 days. Okay, so they do believe that they do believe that Allah created the heavens and the earth in 6 days. Okay, so we don't believe that he rested on the seventh day. Oh, okay. Gotcha. The word that the Quran uses for day means days can mean a period of time. So essentially, so you're technically, so in a sense, what you're, so you say that the word in the Quran uses the days can mean a period of time. So are you saying that you believe technically, in a sense, you believe that the world and the heavens were created in the six periods of time? Is that what you mean? And certainly we created the heavens and the earth, and it was between them in 6 periods, and were touched, and there touched us not any fatigue. Okay, The Quran talks in more detail about the story of Moses in further chapters. I believe it. What's up, man? What's up, Ali? Thank you for stopping by. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Thank you for stopping by. So yeah, once again, I wanted to take that short little break. We're almost done. As you can see, like we've listened to a majority of this for a little while, but I wanted to make sure I had some time and some leeway for guys to catch up, ask some questions, and talk about some things. Like I said before, I'm still learning and I'm still trying to like get through a lot of this. And I can see why people are starting. I'm starting to understand why, like over time, they tell people to learn Arabic and actually learn how to read the Quran in Arabic. Because I will say, even though this is an amazing book and it's short, it's concise, it's better than the. I want to say it's better than the one I have. Like the one I have just makes it seem like it's very. I don't know how to explain it. It makes it seem like it's very like it gives you like that real poetic sound. Like it talks about it, like it literally translates the Quran in like a poetic way. And so it kind of gives you this it kind of gives you like the old Shakespearean kind of taste to it as far as like you reading it. So it like takes like oh word out thou and everything like that. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is a little too much for me to read. But this is simplistic and easy, so I do appreciate it. But I do understand also that some things are not like, even though they're cut and dry in here, like obviously like there's maybe some differences as far as like translations in the Quran in the original language than it is here, and the English is just trying to break it all down as simple as possible so people can understand. So which I do appreciate, but sometimes I can understand now especially that maybe it would be better if I did learn how to read the Quran in Arabic. So I just wanted to say that really quick and, kind of get back to the stream. I didn't want to take too long, but I wanted to address that question, talk about Moses and the prophets a little bit, because it is talking a lot about the prophets and how people don't believe and how they've been pretty much wiped from existence because like they didn't want to prostrate or submit to just the idea of one God. So now we're going to get to the part where it's coming up in just a second here. This is chapter 7, Surah 148. This is going to start beginning talking about the golden calf. Now, right before we start this is really something I wanted to touch on as well, because I was reading ahead, so just keep in mind I was reading ahead, and like even though it was like it was like chapter 7, 141 or something like that, and I was already at 148 completed, already done. In the Bible, it talks about specifically about the golden calf in a certain way, talking about how like even after the commandments that Moses had went away for a while, and then people took all their golden jewelry, even men. This is why I really want to emphasize on, because this is why I always ask this. I'm not going to let this go, because like I feel like I'm never going to let it go, because people always try to come at my earrings all the time, and it's not like I'm showing off with my earrings or anything like that. But people come for my earrings a lot. In the Bible, and I'm not saying I'm referencing the Bible for everything and making it seem like it's okay, but I'm just stating, even in the Bible, it's going to touch on this in just a second. Even in the Bible, it talks about how men and women took off their golden earrings, their golden bracelets, their golden jewelry. It doesn't matter what it was. They melted it down and they turned it into a golden calf. So it proves that, in the Bible at least, that men did wear earrings. So I just wanted to touch on that. I'm not trying to, trying to make a distinction and say like it's okay to wear earrings. I'm not making that claim. I'm just stating that it's something that I really want to touch on a little bit further. Granted, I forgot to ask the sheikh at the mosque the questions I wanted to, but the thing was I didn't feel comfortable asking him, only because he seemed a little bit older and he didn't seem to understand English. A lot of people there didn't really speak any English. Like I talked to a few people that my friend knew, and here we're having conversations, and I don't know what language they were really talking in. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Urdu. Whatever language, Ali, you can actually speak on this. What language did they speak in Sudan? Like Sudanese, right? I think they were speaking Sudanese, and I couldn't understand any of what they were saying. But he was also talking to the sheikh, I think, and the sheikh was speaking to him too. So I'm not too sure if he knows how to speak two languages or what. However, I didn't want to ask him because it just seemed like he was older. He didn't understand English, and I didn't feel comfortable asking someone I didn't understand what they were saying. Even though I know that it had someone there to help translate, it would have felt messed up to say, yeah, man, translate this question and this question and this question. I wasn't trying to do all that. I was just trying to We speak Arabic. Oh, so you speak Arabic? Really? Oh, okay. So well, they were speaking Arabic. So he does speak Arabic then. So my friend is from Sudan as well. Um, he's from Sudan. But yeah, they were speaking Arabic to each other, and I didn't want to be that person to say, yeah, translate every 5 seconds to ask the question of what I wanted. And it just didn't seem like the appropriate time. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna listen to the lecture. I'm gonna listen to what they're saying, listen to everything, do the prayers, or try to imitate the prayers as best as possible so I can understand the movements and understand what I'm supposed to do. So that's what I did. But nonetheless, I've talking enough. I'm gonna get back to the stream. And once again, we're going to the golden calf, Surah 148. Let's get into it.
واتخذ قوم موسى من بعده من حليهم عجلا جسدا له خوار ألم يروا أنه لا يكلمهم ولا يهديهم سبيلا اتخذوه وكانوا ظالمين ولما سقط في أيديهم ورأوا أنهم قد ضلوا قالوا لئن لم يرحمنا ربنا ويغفر لنا لنكونن من الخاسرين ولما رجع موسى إلى قومه غضبان أسفا قال بئس ما خلفتموني من بعدي أعجلتم أمر ربكم وألقى الألواح وأخذ برأس أخيه يجره إليه قال ابن أم إن القوم استضعفوني وكادوا يقتلونني فلا تشمت بي الأعداء ولا تجعلني مع القوم الظالمين قال رب اغفر لي ولأخي وأدخلنا في رحمتك وأنت أرحم الراحمين إن الذين اتخذوا العجل سينالهم غضب من ربهم وذلة في الحياة الدنيا وكذلك نجزي المفترين والذين عملوا السيئات ثم تابوا من بعدها وآمنوا إن ربك من بعدها لغفور رحيم ولما سكت عن موسى الغضب أخذ الألواح وفي نسختها هدى ورحمة للذين هم لربهم يرهبون واختار موسى قومه 70 رجلا لميقاتنا فلما أخذتهم الرجفة قال رب لو شئت أهلكتهم من قبل وإياي أتهلكنا بما فعل السفهاء منا إن هي إلا فتنتك تضل بها من تشاء وتهدي من تشاء أنت ولينا فاغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الغافرين واكتب لنا في هذه الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة إنا هدنا إليك قال عذابي أصيب به من أشاء ورحمتي وسعت كل شيء فسأكتبها للذين يتقون ويؤتون الزكاة والذين هم بآياتنا يؤمنون الذين يتبعون الرسول النبي الأمي الذي يجدونه مكتوبا عندهم في التوراة والإنجيل يأمرهم بالمعروف وينهاهم عن المنكر ويحل لهم الطيبات ويحرم عليهم الخبائث ويضع عنهم إصرهم والأغلال التي كانت عليهم فالذين آمنوا به وعزروه ونصروه واتبعوا النور الذي أنزل معه أولئك هم المفلحون قل يا أيها الناس إني رسول الله إليكم جميعا الذي له ملك السماوات والأرض لا إله إلا هو يحيي ويميت فآمنوا بالله ورسوله النبي الأمي الذي يؤمن بالله وكلماته واتبعوه لعلكم تهتدون ومن قوم موسى أمة يهدون بالحق وبه يعدلون وقطعناهم 12 أسباطا أمما وأوحينا إلى موسى إذ استسقاه قومه أن اضرب بعصاك الحجر فانبجست منه 12 عينا قد علم كل أناس مشربهم وظللنا عليهم الغمام وأنزلنا عليهم المن والسلوى كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم وما ظلمونا ولكن كانوا أنفسهم يظلمون وإذ قيل لهم اسكنوا هذه القرية وكلوا منها حيث شئتم وقولوا حطة وادخلوا الباب سجدا نغفر لكم خطيئاتكم سنزيد المحسنين فبدل الذين ظلموا منهم قولا غير الذي قيل لهم فأرسلنا عليهم رجزا من السماء بما كانوا يظلمون واسألهم عن القرية التي كانت حاضرة البحر إذ يعدون في السبت إذ تأتيهم حيتانهم يوم سبتهم شرعا إذ تأتيهم حيتانهم يوم سبتهم شرعا ويوم لا يسبتون لا تأتيهم كذلك نبلوهم بما كانوا يفسقون. وإذ قالت أمة منهم لم تعظون قوما الله مهلكهم أو معذبهم عذابا شديدا قالوا معذرة إلى ربكم ولعلهم يتقون. فلما نسوا ما ذكروا به أنجينا الذين ينهون عن السوء وأخذنا الذين ظلموا بعذاب بئيس بما كانوا يفسقون. فلما عتوا عما نهوا عنه قلنا لهم كونوا قردة خاسئين. وإذ تأذن ربك ليبعثن عليهم إلى يوم القيامة من يسومهم سوء العذاب إن ربك لسريع العقاب وإنه لغفور رحيم. وقطعناهم في الأرض أمما منهم الصالحون ومنهم دون ذلك وبلوناهم بالحسنات والسيئات لعلهم يرجعون. فخلف من بعدهم خلف ورثوا الكتاب يأخذون عرض هذا الأدنى ويقولون سيغفر لنا وإن يأتهم عرض مثله يأخذوه ألم يؤخذ عليهم ميثاق الكتاب ألا يقولوا على الله إلا الحق ودرسوا ما فيه والدار الآخرة خير للذين يتقون أفلا تعقلون. والذين يمسكون بالكتاب وأقاموا الصلاة إنا لا نضيع أجر المصلحين. وإذ نتقنا الجبل فوقهم كأنه ظلة وظنوا أنه واقع بهم خذوا ما آتيناكم بقوة واذكروا ما فيه لعلكم تتقون. وإذ أخذ ربك من بني آدم من ظهورهم ذريتهم وأشهدهم على أنفسهم ألست بربكم قالوا بلى شهدنا أن تقولوا يوم القيامة إنا كنا عن هذا غافلين أو تقولوا إنما أشرك آباؤنا من قبل وكنا ذرية من بعدهم أفتهلكنا بما فعل المبطلون وكذلك نفصل الآيات ولعلهم يرجعون واتل عليهم نبأ الذي آتيناه آياتنا فانسلخ منها فأتبعه الشيطان فكان من الغاوين ولو شئنا لرفعناه بها ولكنه أخلد إلى الأرض واتبع هواه فمثله كمثل الكلب إن تحمل عليه يلهث أو تتركه يلهث ذلك مثل القوم الذين كذبوا بآياتنا فاقصص القصص لعلهم يتفكرون ساء مثلا القوم الذين كذبوا بآياتنا وأنفسهم كانوا يظلمون من يهد الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فأولئك هم الخاسرون ولقد ذرأنا لجهنم كثيرا من الجن والإنس لهم قلوب لا يفقهون بها ولهم أعين لا يبصرون بها ولهم آذان لا يسمعون بها أولئك كالأنعام بل هم أضل أولئك هم الغافلون ولله الأسماء الحسنى فادعوه بها وذروا الذين يلحدون في أسمائه سيجزون ما كانوا يعملون وممن خلقنا أمة يهدون بالحق وبه يعدلون والذين كذبوا بآياتنا سنستدرجهم من حيث لا يعلمون وأملي لهم إن كيدي متين أولم يتفكروا ما بصاحبهم من جنة إن هو إلا نذير مبين أولم ينظروا في ملكوت السماوات والأرض وما خلق الله من شيء وأن عسى أن يكون قد اقترب أجلهم فبأي حديث بعده يؤمنون من يضلل الله فلا هادي له ويذرهم في طغيانهم يعمهون يسألونك عن الساعة أيان مرساها قل إنما علمها عند ربي لا يجليها لوقتها إلا هو ثقلت في السماوات والأرض لا تأتيكم إلا بغتة يسألونك كأنك حفي عنها قل إنما علمها عند الله ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون قل لا أملك لنفسي نفعا ولا ضرا إلا ما شاء الله ولو كنت أعلم الغيب لاستكثرت من الخير وما مسني السوء إن أنا إلا نذير وبشير لقوم يؤمنون هو الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وجعل منها زوجها ليسكن إليها فلما تغشاها حملت حملا خفيفا فمرت به فلما أثقلت دعوا الله ربهما لئن آتيتنا صالحا لنكونن من الشاكرين فلما آتاهما صالحا جعلا له شركاء فيما آتاهما فتعالى الله عما يشركون أيشركون ما لا يخلق شيئا وهم يخلقون ولا يستطيعون لهم نصرا ولا أنفسهم ينصرون وإن تدعوهم إلى الهدى لا يتبعوكم سواء عليكم أدعوتموهم أم أنتم صامتون إن الذين تدعون من دون الله عباد أمثالكم فادعوهم فليستجيبوا لكم إن كنتم صادقين ألهم أرجل يمشون بها أم لهم أيدي يبطشون بها أم لهم أعين يبصرون بها أم لهم آذان يسمعون بها قل ادعوا شركاءكم ثم كيدون فلا تنظرون إن وليي الله الذي نزل الكتاب وهو يتولى الصالحين والذين تدعون من دونه لا يستطيعون نصركم ولا أنفسهم ينصرون وإن تدعوهم إلى الهدى لا يسمعوا وتراهم ينظرون إليك وهم لا يبصرون خذ العفو وأمر بالعرف وأعرض عن الجاهلين وإما ينزغنك من الشيطان نزغ فاستعذ بالله إنه سميع عليم إن الذين اتقوا إذا مسهم طائف من الشيطان تذكروا فإذا هم مبصرون وإخوانهم يمدونهم في الغي ثم لا يقصرون وإذا لم تأتهم بآية قالوا لولا اجتبيتها قل إنما أتبع ما يوحى إلي من ربي هذا بصائر من ربكم وهدى ورحمة لقوم يؤمنون وإذا قرئ القرآن فاستمعوا له وأنصتوا لعلكم ترحمون واذكر ربك في نفسك تضرعا وخيفة ودون الجهر من القول بالغدو والآصال ولا تكن من الغافلين إن الذين عند ربك لا يستكبرون عن عبادته ويسبحونه وله يسجدون
I mean, oh my gosh, that was really good. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this surah, Surah 7, Al-Araf. That was a good one. I like that one. I think I still like Al-Anam a little bit better. Al-Anam was very insightful, very beautiful. But this one was still pretty good. It went into a lot more depth once again, talking about the different prophets and talking about the different the different things that befell people of the times before, and what you're once again what you're pretty much promised if you are to worship Allah alone and follow His messengers, and listen to them. And it goes at the very end that it kind of goes to show like even for Muhammad, like he was like I think like this is was or peace be upon him. He was talking about it was at the end. It was kind of like it almost seemed like as if it was a conversation between him and Allah, and it was talking about how like people break the Sabbath, how there's a University of Islam, that how the Israelites were tested and things of that nature. And talk about their covenant and how they've broken it multiple times, and even talks about deviant scholars, which is pretty interesting. Talks about how like they're influenced by Shaitan or Satan, and like what befits them, befalls them. I mean, and yeah, only God. There's only guidance from God and God's beautiful names, and it does once again talking about rejecting the prophet. Once again, it goes into a lot about the prophets and a lot about like following Allah only and not worshiping other idols, and also talks about like like the times of the people a little bit, and talks about the little stories. So this kind of like touches on a lot of different things. I wanted to touch on at the very end here. This was a pretty good recitation, mashallah. Mashallah, indeed, it was. I'm still like, as far as the recitations, I still need to find. I think, I'm not going to lie, like, I don't know. I keep forgetting the guy's name that did the recitation of the Jesus Talks to Allah video that I did, but that guy's voice and the way he recites the Quran is very beautiful. I think like he's probably by far my favorite reciter that I've heard. Granted, like some of these like I've heard, and I mean honestly I have no qualms or no opinions on them. They really sound really beautifully done, and I really commend the people that do recite them. But at the very end here, it talks about a few things that it piqued my interest, and it talks about the grace and tolerance, which kind of like, which is kind of interesting because that's kind of like what Jesus taught. And like everything I've heard so far about Muhammad, peace be upon him, Jesus, peace be upon him, they kind of like taught in a sense. It talks about grace and tolerance in Surah 7, chapter 7, Surah 199. Be gracious, and it says, be gracious and join what is right and turn away from those who act ignorantly. And that's very real. That's very, very real because at the end of the day, people are very, very ignorant, and you have to learn how to walk with grace. Because the more you tend to, and like some people don't even know what that means to walk with grace and to be gracious. It's with the definition of that religious form is just to walk with ease and literally just do what you are, like do what you do, you know, and like in a sense of like beauty and and almost like and confidence. It's like that's what gracious means. And it's beautiful that it's written here. It's very short, but it says, "Be gracious and join what is right, and turn away from those who act ignorantly." I found that very, very potent. And then the 200, it says, I think this is what like they talk about with the if I'm trying to remember, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. If I'm saying that correctly, that's where they get this from. It talks about evil impulses. It says, if you are tempted by Satan, to seek refuge with God. Surely he is all hearing and all knowing. Indeed, when Satan whispers into those mindful of God, they remember their Lord, then they start to see things clearly. But the devils persistently plunge their human associates deeper into wickedness, sparing no effort. So that makes sense that you have to say that right before you read the Quran. Um, that was very that's very good. And finishing up here, honoring the Quran, I find that's very very good. When the Quran is recited, listen to it attentively and be silent, so you may be shown mercy. That's why I've been trying to, like, I was told that a long time ago, and I was actually, that's why I've been trying to like stay quiet when I listen to the Quran. Being aware, being in awe of God, remember your Lord inwardly with humility and reverence, and in moderate tone of voice, both morning and evening, and do not be one of the heedless. Surely those angels nearest to your Lord are not too proud to worship him. They glorify him, and to him they prostrate. That's very beautiful as well. That's just very beautiful. I can't really, obviously it speaks for itself, but I think like being in awe of God at all times reminds you of like, you just makes you not just humble, but just looking around at nature. And maybe if I don't know, like if you're able to drive where you are, but like going on a drive sometimes, I like to be alone and I just listen to the sound of the wind hit the car. While it's I'm listening to the birds chirp, while I hear cars honking the horns, the sounds of the cars passing by as they go fast. I find all of that stuff very beautiful, and I try to listen and I try to take it all in. And when I take it all in, I take it all in the sense that this is what God created and put here, and I find them very beautiful. So I find that very insightful. Let me go back up. You guys are chatting now. Okay. Just a bigger verse. Yeah, it's already 20 minutes after Fajr. Adhan here. Love the recitation. It's pretty calming. It's really calming, definitely. Have you filmed any other videos yet, bro? Not yet. I'm going to record some later today and tomorrow. I'll definitely record some. Still got an hour until Fajr where I live. Okay, awesome. Salam, everyone. Walaikum assalam, Isa. Thank you for stopping by. I got like an hour and 40 minutes till Fajr. Okay, awesome. Walaikum assalam. Abdur Rahman Massad's recitation gives me chills. Okay, I gotta look into him a little bit. Yo, no way, you memorized it. Mashallah, mashallah. Oh, you talking about that part? Yeah, I'm trying to remember it. I'm trying to remember it more often. I gotta say it. I keep forgetting to say it sometimes because I'm still getting into the habit of remembering it. I've been trying to practice it and try to understand what it says, and that's what I've come to say. So, or with the Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. I'm still learning. I learned that too. So, mashallah. Hopefully, I continue to learn more. My brother and you, mashallah, brother and already knows it. You already know, man. I'm trying so hard, trying to learn, man. I told you, I'm serious. We're serious about the deen, man. We're going to get serious on deen here. I'm not playing no games. We got women to find. No, I'm just joking. I'm totally kidding. Astaghfirullah. But I definitely need to learn, and I definitely want to progress. I don't like being stagnant. Yes, it's good to read the Quran, and I understand like we're supposed to read it during Ramadan, but I still feel the need to learn more. I need to learn more. Like I learned today actually, Barak Allah Nik or fiqh? That's what it is. Barak Allah fiqh. I learned that too, which I think means, if you could correct me if I'm wrong, which means God bless you. So I learned that too, or Allah bless you. Bro, some Christians say that the Quran came from Satan, even though we begin every recitation by seeking refuge from Satan. Yeah, I mean, that's very subjective, because the thing is that the reason why people say like excuse me, why people want to say the Quran is from Satan is because there is a lot of passages in the Bible talking about not leaning on our own understanding. And this is what I've seen a lot of, like, people that are just straightforward with saying why the Quran is fake, or like why Muhammad was a false prophet, is because the Bible talks about leaning on our own intelligence, leaning on our own understanding when we're not supposed to. So a lot of the times when you understand, when you're talking about a religion that comes from more of a logical standpoint, and tries to, and then not only just that, also comes from a prophet that was not technically determined in a way that people think there is. Once again, I don't really know. I've been researching a lot about that, about like Muhammad being in the Bible and things like that. Supposedly, there is a passage in the Bible in the original language that Muhammad was predetermined. There's a lot of different scriptures. I've looked into those myself, and in the original language, it does bring up Muhammad a lot. And supposedly, and I think in Aramaic or Hebrew, Muhammad actually means like flower or something like that, or a beautiful flower or something like that. And it's actually mentioned multiple times in the Bible. So that's why they think that this is why the Muslims believe that the prophet was predetermined. So I think, like, that's very intriguing. I also think, like, when it comes to, there was actually something that was interesting also when I was in school, that my teacher, she's amazing, amazing teacher. She had told me that it was interesting that some people actually believe, like, some people, not all, but there was like some people that believe that the Trinity is actually a real thing, but it's not based on the fact that what people think it is. Some people think the Trinity is like Jesus talking about God, him, the Holy Spirit are one, are like technically the same. But some people don't think about it in that context. Some people think about the Holy Spirit as talking about the three Abrahamic faiths. Actually, talking about how there's three faiths, and those are the Trinity, like Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And it talks about how that is the Trinity, which I remember that vaguely in my mind when I remember I learned it back in school. And I found that very intriguing as well, which I don't know if I agree with it per se, but I found that intriguing that there is three faiths, and people bring up the Trinity a lot, but I don't know about that part, but still. Abu Huraira reported, the messenger of Allah, peace be and blessings be upon him, said, I am the closest of the people to Jesus, the son of Mary, in his life and hereafter. It was said that it was said, how is that, O messenger of Allah? The prophet said, the prophets are brothers from one father with their different mothers. They have one religion, and there was no other prophet between us. Interesting. Yeah, sign of a believer is that is he that contemplates of the creation of Allah. 100%. Sahih Muslim 2365. Okay. May Allah increase your knowledge, bruh, and make it easy for you. Thank you so much, Issa. I appreciate that. May Allah increase you in knowledge, and your pronunciation is perfect. Thank you so much. We definitely got some women to find, especially a Japanese sister. Inshallah, inshallah. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Oh my gosh, Barak Allah, Barak Allah. That's why. Is that what it says? So it's Barak Allah. Fuck. That's what I learned in the Bible. The Song of Solomon. In the Song of Solomon, in chapter 5, verse 16, we read in Hebrew, Hiko mamitakim wikulu wa hamadim zehudi wa zirehe bena Jerusalem. Okay. What does that mean? But yeah, I know that there was, like, in the original language that's what it says. So it's kind of interesting that Muhammad is kind of mentioned. Surah al-Saf talks about Jesus saying to his people, the Prophet Muhammad will come after him. Okay. Bro, there was Jewish guy became a Muslim recently. He investigated about the Prophet Muhammad in the Bible, and he reverted to Islam. Yeah, that's what Hashir was talking about yesterday, I think. He was talking about how what is it called again? He was a, what is the people? I can't remember the name of them, but like the people that are like the head people in Judaism. He was like supposedly one of the main people, and he actually reverted. It's pretty interesting. It is generally translated as his mouth is most sweet. He is altogether lovely, Muhammadim. This is my beloved, and this is my friend, O daughters of Jerusalem. Interesting. This can be seen as foreshadowing of the prophet directly by his name in the Bible, as is common in many verses with different prophets. Gotcha. Don't say bruh, it feels so rude. What do you mean, bruh? Bro, don't say bruh. Bruh is not rude. It's not rude at all. It's just saying bruh. It's just another way to say bro. It's just saying bruh. That's all. A rabbi. That's correct. A rabbi. You were just talking about that yesterday. That's very deep. But I mean, I think like if there was another rabbi, well, I don't think he was a rabbi. He was a Christian priest, I think. Yusuf Estes. Like he was also, well, now he wasn't a rabbi, but he was supposedly a priest in Catholicism. But he was supposedly pretty high up there. But he supposedly reverted after he found Islam. He actually had his whole story talking about how the guy came to his home and told him about Islam, and his wife was even willing to revert to Islam as well. That was very, very cool. And I know he's really old now. The guy is like probably like 80 plus years old or something like that. The guy's very, very old. But he was, I watched a lot of his videos too. I'm actually probably going to do a reaction to one recently. I found a video that I haven't reacted to yet, so I'm going to probably react to it. So that's pretty dope. Why does Chipotle cost so much, bruh? I looked it up yesterday. Yeah, it costs so much because like it's what like so they actually utilize real ingredients. So the thing is, it's like they actually get like real chicken, real beef, and all that stuff, and they actually chop it up. It's actually on bone and everything. Like you actually can see them cook it. Like when you go into the place, like they actually have like grills like lined up against each other, back to back, maybe in sets of three, going all the way to the near the sink. You can actually see the chicken on the bone and the beef that literally they get and put onto the stove. Literally, like it comes in like packs, and they literally unpack it, and it literally looks like it's real meat, and they put it on this grill, chop it up and everything, cut it up into pieces, and put it into a bowl for you to serve into the burritos or the bowls. So it's supposedly it's real authentic herbs and ingredients. So like they charge a little bit extra. It's very expensive indeed, true, very very expensive, but I mean it's pretty good. I will say it's pretty good. It's probably one of my favorite like more of like I guess you could say Mediterranean Hispanic around there kind of food places. Like it's really simple and easy to make. And it doesn't take very long, and I personally like just I don't know like there's not a lot of places. Well, to be honest, there's a lot of places you can go to eat healthily. But the thing is, here in the States, I'm not too sure how it is other places, but here in the States, it's pretty expensive to eat healthy. Like if I were to go to the store and I wanted to get packs of salad in order to eat salad for the rest of the week, it would cost like per pack for just a thing of like greens, it would literally cost me like $10 per pack. I can literally get ramen noodles. Like if I wanted to get like packs on packs of ramen noodles, I can get literally like probably 5, 6 packs of ramen noodles for the exact same amount for just a little tiny pack of greens. And it's sad because like that kind of says a lot about our system. That's why you have a lot of people here that are like go green and they're like pro earth and things like that, which I do stand for in a sense, because like I believe that people should start eating healthily. We're like one of the most obese countries in the entire world, and it's kind of disgusting. And I mean myself included, like I'm guilty. I'm still a big pretty big guy, but I'm naturally big to an extent, not to utilize it as an excuse, but to me, I've always had struggled with my weight. It's not something that I really have had a hard time with. It's not like I always eat unnecessarily, but it's something that we struggle with. But Chipotle is one of those healthier options, which is very expensive. Which is like, take the good with the bad. But if you want to get healthy, you want to eat right, like you can go to Chipotle and get like, if you don't even want to cut out carbs, you can literally just get chicken, get guacamole, and maybe not even beans. If you want to get like some fajita, or not fajita, if you want to get some mixed greens, or not greens, what is it? The peppers, you can get mixed peppers, some salsa, mix it into a bowl with some sour cream. You can eat and cheese. You can mix that all together and have like some food. Like it's really fast and quick. It doesn't take long. But nonetheless, I need to stop going there myself. I'm actually trying to get into the habit of cooking more. So that's another thing I'm going to do when I focus more on health, is actually learning how to cook. Like I know how to cook semi decently, but I'm not like the best cook. So I can make a sandwich in a heartbeat. So where are you from, Hush? Okay, you already asked that. What was the chief rabbi? That was the chief rabbi in Medina, Abdullah bin Salam, who accepted Islam as the Islam at the hands of the Prophet and was disowned from the Jewish community and was slandered by them. Yeah, like people from the Jewish community is very harsh out here. Like they're more harsh than Christians, at least from what I hear. He was a rabbi called Rabbi Mort Mahi. Okay, it's crazy how real food costs more in the U.S. Yeah, exactly. Processed food is more expensive here. Yeah, I believe it because it's not healthy. It's not healthy for you. It's not. It's not, and that's why I've been trying my best to stay away from processed food. Um, I try to stay like toward like the more healthier side of things. Like if I do decide to go somewhere, I try to attend. My intention is to usually get the most healthier thing. Like for example, if I go to an Italian restaurant, I try to get healthy food. I don't try to eat pasta or anything. I try to stay away from bread, all the carbs pretty much. I try to stay away from it. Rice is like the only exception for me. I eat brown rice most of the time, but I'll be okay with white rice. But most of the time, I stay away from carbs. But or potatoes, like I'll eat potatoes and rice, and that's probably my limit to what I'll eat as far as carbs. I don't really eat beans. I don't really eat. I try to stay away from bread as much as I can. I used to do burger bowls. Like they actually have a thing called Five Guys here where you can make burger bowls. You can just get cheese and get the meat. Put some sauteed. I put sauteed onions on it. And just chop it all up with some ketchup and mustard, and I just eat it like that. That's just how or just not mustard, but ketchup, and I eat it like that. That's how I do it. But I try not to stay from that and sweets. I don't really eat sweets at all. I don't think you guys have seen me yet eat a sweet, but you're gonna see me eat a sweet on for my Fajr video or my yeah my is it Fajr? I can't remember. Not Fajr. Whatever the Tafar. Or I can't remember what it's called. But the afternoon food, like I literally have a video tomorrow I'm putting out showing that I eat what I've eaten, what I eat from a Mediterranean place. So it's going to be pretty good. I can't wait to show you guys that. That food was banging, dude. I wanted to try. They had this like thing called the chicken the chicken the chicken. I think it's like the chicken meal or something like that, the chicken tray or something like that. But it came with not just chicken and beef, but it came with lamb as well with some rice. Oh my gosh, I really wanted to try that, but they ran out of lamb, so I only had the beef and I had the chicken, which was fine, and the chickpeas and things like that. But it was fine, but it was just like, oh man. But I'm gonna show you that tomorrow. Super good food. I'm actually can't wait to eat today. Oh, I got like another hour. I'm done. I'm done. Interestingly, you can eat biryani, super tasty chicken and rice too. Stomach full for 50 cents. Like that's wow, that's amazing. This is why I need to go. I need to go to the east. The uncle who sells it is a regular as the mosque and gives, um, gives you free deen knowledge while you eat and eat at his stall. That's amazing. I need to go to. I need to go to. Iftar. You're right, iftar. I need to go to an iftar thing this week. I'm probably gonna go. So somebody on my YouTube channel actually commented that one of the mosques near me that is like probably like a good 25 minutes away from me downtown. They actually do iftar for people, um, iftar every Monday and Tuesday. So I'm probably gonna go to iftar on Monday and Tuesdays for just to get some food or just to meet more people because I really need to meet more people. I need to meet more brothers. I need to meet more. You're probably from Karachi or Lahore. India doesn't have no Karachi or Lahore, bro. No, though the Muslims here have very similar food and culture to Pakistani Muslims. Okay. Oh, you're from India. Never mind me. I don't know particular Muslims. Just go to Pakistan. Just go to Pakistani or Indian restaurants. It gives you real food and it's usually pretty cheap. They do put a lot of oil into it though. Yeah, that's the only thing. You're welcome to come to Sudan. I would definitely want to come to Sudan at some point. There's a lot of beautiful Sudanese women. A lot of beautiful Sudanese women. So yeah, I think I said that yesterday. Like one of the girls that I knew, she was from Sudan, so that's funny. But there's a lot of Sudanese women, and I want to also touch. I think Ethiopia has a Muslim community as well. There was a lot of Ethiopian women that I met are really gorgeous too. So I definitely want to go there too, meet some women there. But no joke, if you go to a Muslim country and tell them you're a Revert, people won't pay. People won't let you pay for food. Are you serious? That's pretty interesting. Even though I don't want to pay, it's not like I don't want to pay for food, but that's pretty intriguing that that's the case. Well, maybe sometimes my mom cooks super tasty Indian cuisine in normal oil quantities. I actually have a sister, technically now, if you want to call it that. I have a sister, an Indian sister, and I was talking to her when I became Muslim. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I'm not gonna. I'll be honest. I don't think she's ever gonna watch this. Um, but we met because she worked as a waitress. She worked as a waitress in restaurants and bars, and like when I met her, it was when I went to a bar for the first time. I never knew that she was Muslim at all. I kind of figured because like I've seen pictures of her mother wearing a hijab, so I kind of figured that she was raised that way. Maybe she just didn't follow the practice. But once I told her that I became Muslim, she lost her mind. She was just like, "Oh my God! Like, why did you choose to do that?" So, and she actually was very surprised that I actually did it. And she was like, even so, like she hadn't practiced in a long time, like things like that. But she was just like, "I'm just so happy that you chose to do that and for being open minded and things like that." And I was just like, yeah, but she was talking about how like she wanted me to meet her family at some point. She was like, "You probably love my brothers, they probably love you, and like they probably would, my mother, she probably would love you too. Like she probably feeds you for days." And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's just overwhelming amounts of love when it comes to that kind of thing. So I believe it. So I thought I'd just bring that up. Brother Ant on a quest to find four wives. So I'm like, I'm not on a quest to find four wives. Don't. I'm just literally. Look, inshallah. If it happens, it happens. If not, if not, it's cool. I'm not on the hunt. I'm just very interested in different cultures, to be honest with you, because like I don't. Once again, like even with Islam, like I was very ignorant, very very ignorant to a lot of what this entailed. Like I know people practiced it, but I never really knew it. There was actually a little bit of a story one time when I was actually working security. I think my friend that you're going to see in the video tomorrow, like he actually talked to, I think I don't know, I'm just assuming, I'm making an assumption here, but I'm pretty sure he assumed some friends of his, brothers of his, to work where I worked for security. And so there was a few of them that worked there, and I met a few of them. They were pretty good people, really nice people. And one of the guys, I remember when I went on a break one time, and I left my food, um, I left my food downstairs in my locker room, and the locker room is kind of cut off. Like you kind of have to go all the way into the basement, past a couple of doors, go through another door, and there's a locker room that has two different doors for the women and male's bathroom. But like in the locker room area, he was like, there was a guy, and I have him on Facebook and everything. He was prostrating. He was actually praying salat in the locker room, and I was just walking past him. I remember distinctly doing that, and I remember I walked past him and was just like, "What is it?" Like, I mean, I know that you're praying. You pray a lot. I didn't know how many times a day. I just remember you prayed a lot in Islam. Um, but it was just like kind of crazy that I just walked past him. He was just on his carpet just praying, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" Like it's just pretty interesting how like anywhere you go, like they just kind of you just stop what you're doing and just pray. And things like that was just of that nature. I was ignorant to. So when I think about that time, it was just like I was ignorant to like a lot of other things. I was ignorant to Ethiopian culture because the only reason why I know about Ethiopia, I didn't even know what Ethiopia was. I just know about Ethiopia because when I went to trade school for security, there was a lot of Ethiopians there that were like pretty much immigrants, and they came there to get opportunities, and they went to trade school. That was the first thing they did. They got their education, their high school education, while simultaneously getting a trade, which was very ingenious. And it was not just Ethiopians; there was people from Africa that were there too. It was very intriguing when I was there. I was like, bro, like, and I felt like almost ashamed because it was like, bro, like we are Americans, and there's people here that get so much opportunities. I didn't even know about this until my mother talked about it because my mother went to trade school, but my mom introduced that idea to me, and it was kind of insane that these people were actually utilizing this opportunity to get into the country through trade school. Because not only were they able to get their education, but they also were able to get a job so they can actually stay here, which was kind of mind blowing the more I thought about it. It was just like, bro, like, that's very ingenious. That's very, very smart. And here I am looking at my community, black people, some black people, not all, but some black people that are like kind of just there to be there. And they weren't really taking it seriously, getting kicked out. I was just like, I was mind blown, to be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be honest with you though. That stuff is like I'm very ignorant to, so that's why I want to know more about the cultures. I want to see what it's like, and then even like I could go into a lot of definitions, but my last example for that would be like if you I listen to J. Cole, and yes, I still listen to music. I personally in the black culture, it's just like there's a lot of history behind black culture with music, so I'm not going to get into much into it. But when I listen to J. Cole, he has a lot of people around him. He has this man named Ibrahim Hamad, and his brother, which is Boss Hamad. They're Sudanese people. They're from Sudan. And when J. Cole was growing up, well, not just growing up, but when he went to college, he actually stayed in a house that was rented out that was very expensive. And when he was going to college there, a lot of his roommates were leaving. They were either going back home, or they were going back to school, but they were living somewhere cheaper. But they couldn't afford to live in this house. And when he was living in this house, he obviously couldn't afford the rent by himself because he was attending school, trying to get music to work. And there was a guy named Muhammad that was allowing him to stay there and rack the bill up every freaking month, like just rack it up. And he didn't pay him back at all. Muhammad just ate it. Like he was like, it's okay. He let him eat it up. He eventually paid him back all those months for it. But Muhammad just allowed him to stack it up. And the people that are around him, Ibrahim and Boss, like they're from Sudan and they practice too. So it's a lot of different influences as far as like the different cultures and different people that practice the faith that influence a lot of things. And it was just like, man, I'm just very ignorant to that stuff. So that's why I want to learn about it. Sorry, I'm going on a little rant there. In Pakistan, culture is a good thing as long as it doesn't go against the Sharia. 100%. You're gonna leave her family's home engaged. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm totally not. I'm totally not. Andrew Tate might probably revert if he looks into Islam a little more. The guy is onto something. Yeah, I mean, I think. But see, I'm not gonna. I'm okay. I'm gonna be a little critical here. Maybe some people won't like me. Some people won't. I like Andrew Tate, but I think he's just a little dim-witted as far as like his beliefs and things. And I might be wrong. He might actually revert. I don't know, but the lifestyle that he lives as a boxer requires. I don't know. Like that's the thing. Like I understand. Like Islam wants to also teach men how to be men, and so people actually take like karate classes, boxing lessons. They take all the or MMA. They take mixed martial arts classes. But if you want to take it seriously, which he has, like you're going to have to get into a lifestyle that incorporates a lot of limelight, which kind of like a lot of people also get on me about, talk about how like you shouldn't pursue music and things like that because there comes a time where you're going to have to get involved into a lifestyle that is not necessarily good, you know. And when you look where he started off on as far as podcasts, like he went on Fresh and Fit, and I'm not honestly I don't like Fresh and Fit. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like those guys, but he went on Fresh and Fit. He was in Miami going to clubs with bars and women, like you know what I mean. Like I don't know if the guy's gonna give it up. If he gives it up, then you know, inshallah, I'm not judging. And you know, if he continues to become Muslim and he still does it, you know, that's his choice. But at the end of the day, if he does become Muslim, you know, that'd be great. But I don't think he will. It'll be interesting if he really does. I'm gonna eat my words hard if he does, but it's cool. But if he does do it, I think like that'll be great because it will actually teach men to be more manly. I think because I need to be honestly. That's why I entered Islam myself, is to become more manly because I find it pertinent to our society. I'm gonna go on a little bit further and we'll read your comments. We're gonna end it here. Okay, I'll probably marry too, inshallah. What 4 wives is way too much work. That is too much work. Forgive my ignorance. What is trade school? Trade school is a place where you go to work, find work. So, okay, so you essentially have a government program that's set up, which is like when you first get out of high school. A lot of people, honestly, you're supposed to do when you get out of high school. If you don't really want to go to college, some people ask like, what do you do next? Obviously, you have to know. You have to learn about like certain trades. Like some trades don't require you to have a degree, but you have to have the certifications. You have to have the knowledge and the experience, you know? So trade school is a place you can go to not only get your certifications, but you also become knowledgeable and also you can get your education at the same time. Some people go there to get their GED. Some people go there to get their high school diploma. If you go to advanced training, you can actually attend college and trade school at the same time simultaneously. Some people have done that. I was supposed to do that, but I guess it wasn't in the cards for me. But That's what a lot of people do. So it's literally a government program set up for people to get trades. Like you can go into electrician work, automotive work, welding. You can go into practically anything that deals with you not having a degree to make a lot of money. So that's what trade school is. It's pretty beneficial to a lot of people. If you want to plan to come to Medina in the future, I can help you with the accommodation. Isa, definitely hit me up on Instagram about that because I definitely want to. No, J. Cole is not Sudanese. He has friends that are Sudanese, but no, he's not. But he has friends that are Sudanese. Bro, Medina University is a good place to study, but it does have a lot of Mad Kali influence. So it's better to be careful, inshallah. I don't even know. So what is Mad Kali influence? What does that mean? It's a duty upon men to learn how to fight. The Prophet ordered us to learn how to shoot arrows because the place between two targets is shaded by paradise. Interesting. Just not look here. His fitra is clear, but his desire is still big. Thank you. Are you talking about me? I'm sorry, Sister Hazel. Thank you for that compliment. If you're talking about me, I'm not sure. Um, Oh, my desire. Oh, you're talking about my desires. Oh, it's natural to have desires. Fear of Allah curbs those desires. A lot of the companions were alcoholics before they accepted Islam. Yeah, I know that there's a lot of desires, but I feel like, but see, that's the thing. That's something that as not as an American, I don't even want to say an American. I just want to say as a human being that it's hard for me to let go of because when you're born into this world, I feel like you're born with a purpose, you know. You're born with a purpose to not just serve Allah and to like obey Him and learn, but I feel like Allah really did. If Allah gave, it's almost like some people saying like Allah gave you a brain, like you were born with a brain. You utilize your brain to think and act and do the right thing, right? So utilize your brain. But some people are like saying, like in Christianity, that's the reason why I didn't agree with it to an extent because you're not supposed to utilize your intellect in order to like question the Bible and things like that. You're supposed to just utilize your intellect for no necessary gain. So that was the thing I didn't agree with. But in Islam, it accepts that. So it's the same thing when it comes to my desires. It's like, well, what is my other purpose for being here? Am I just supposed to be here to live and work a 9 to 5 the rest of my life and just and serve Allah and then I get Jannah in the end, or is there other things to my life? It's not to say that my desires outweigh what Allah hasn't planned for me, but it's just it makes me think sometimes, what is the purpose? I felt like I was put here for a reason, not just the basic reason to work a 9 to 5 and call it a day. I don't think that's how. I don't know how to accept that because I don't want to live that way. And if that's like going against Allah as well, I'm not sure, but I personally don't want to live like that the rest of my life. I want to make money. I don't. It's not like money is a want of mine. Like I desire money and fame. It's not none of that. I just want to make sure I make enough money, doing what I love, supporting my family, and be able to spread a positive message. That is what I am passionate about. I don't find anything wrong in that particular means. That's just my personal thing. But inshallah, we'll see how that goes. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Ramadan Mubarak. Walaikum assalam, Rakib. Thank you for stopping by. Ramadan Kareem for you. Yes, it's called a vocational school in my country, similar to trade school. Very good and affordable, so there's no need for student loans. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, sorry, I was talking about Andrew Tate. Oh, okay. Yeah, full of desires. Exactly. 100%. He's definitely full of desires. 100% full of desires, and that's the one thing. Like some people like continue to chase that, and I personally, I don't really have a desire for a lot. I just desire to take care of my family and to have enough money to be able to pay out my bills with no issue, take care of my family, take care of my wives or wives, and and just be able to spread a message. That's just all I care about. I don't care about jewelry. I don't care about the material because I know it's temporary. It's not forever. I know what's forever is what's with me and Allah and what's in my spirit. That's what's forever, you know? That's what I believe in and that's what I hold true to. That's why I say, like, I don't know about the desire part. I'm still struggling with that because it's like, to me, I don't know. I don't know. It's just like, it's one of those things that are up in the air. Inshallah. You know what I mean? Inshallah. Inshallah. If it happens, it happens. That's what it means to me. And it was actually funny because when I was at the mosque, we were talking to somebody with my friend, and like I guess he was talking to some guy that was from Sudan, or I think, and they were talking about. He was talking to him in Arabic, I think, and I didn't understand what they were talking about. I was just kind of sitting there on my phone playing around for a little while, and he was just like, "Yeah." So he just looks at me and says, "Yeah." So he was talking to you, he was asking me about your story and things like that. And he was just like, "Oh, that's amazing." And he was just like, he was actually saying also that because you're a revert and you're still learning, you're fast and you're intellectual, you might pick on pretty quick. You might be one of the people leading this mosque in the future. And I was just like, I don't know, man. He was just like, inshallah, inshallah. I was like, maybe, we'll see. But still, and desire, I feel like is still necessary to some extent, not to the full. Bro said, what? What are you talking about? Oh, he's talking about I share. Leave him alone. Stop bothering him. Brother, I don't have Twitter. I have YouTube and Clubhouse only. Sorry. You only have Twitter, and you don't have Twitter. You only have YouTube and Clubhouse. I have Clubhouse, but even though I'm never on it, but you can add me if you want. AntWest, the AntWest, I think. You can follow me. Yeah, nothing wrong with making money as long as it's done through halal means. It's a man's duty to provide. 100%. Nice to meet you, brothers and sisters. Love you. Salam. Oh, walaikum assalam, Issa. Thank you for stopping by, buddy. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm caught up to the comments. You guys are just talking to each other, which is awesome. Oh, okay, guys. Well, I think I'm done here. I've been chatting for a little while. And, this once again, this was a good surah. The next one is really short. I'm so excited. It's short. I'm not saying it's short. Like, obviously, I'm like, I want to learn more. I do want to learn more. But I'm a little excited that this is a little bit shorter for the next one. So we won't be live super long. I have more time to work on other things. It's only 6:56. I'm already exhausted. I still have to finish editing this video to get ready to put it out tomorrow. Oh my gosh. But we'll see how this goes. But nonetheless, Zakah and Sadaq multiplies your wealth several folds. Okay. Still, I understand. But what I want to wrap up with, I don't think I have really much else to say except that, once again, I appreciate all the support you guys have been showing me over the last few weeks and a few months. You guys have been literally the best. Apollo, is this your first time hearing the Quran? No, it's not my first time hearing it. I mean, obviously, we've gotten to 7 surahs so far, but this is my first time listening to it as a whole, yes. I've read it up until this point, but I've never actually listened to it, so yes. My first time watching your live after your Revert video. Will there be yes, there will be a live tomorrow. I'll also be posting a video. It will be a 3-in-1 video. It will be talking not only about it will not only be just talking about my what was that going to do? So I'm going to be showing my Juma prayer. I'm going to show that, a little bit of that. I'm going to show my iftar video that I ate later that day, and I'm also going to talk about something else. What else am I going to talk about? We were just talking about this. I lost my thought. I lost my train of thought. I don't know. It was going to talk about something. We're going to talk about something. I got to remember. I'll remember. I'm probably going to remember as soon as I end the live, or somebody's going to remind me. But it's going to be a 3-in-1 video. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to make the live tomorrow as well. It's going to be around 6 p.m. Around 6 p.m. I'm going to try my best to shoot for 6 p.m. Because I do get off at 5:30. By the time I get home, it should be 6 o'clock. So by the time I get home, we'll start the stream, and we'll go from there. So yes, it'll be a stream tomorrow, and the video will be out as well. So you have that to listen to, and then later that day, I'm going to react to a couple of videos, get ready to put those up for the next couple of days, and also respond to, and also do more live streams for the next one. So yes, the video yeah, I just told you. Salam from Canada. Walaikum assalam. Osmain, if I'm saying it correctly. I'll be here next time watching your reaction. Inshallah. Inshallah. Thank you for so much. See y'all tomorrow. See you tomorrow, man. You must be tired. Eat your iftar on time. I will. I got literally 30 minutes left, so 30 minutes until iftar. But I'm gonna crush. I'm I'm gonna also make sure I get a smoothie. I need to get me a smoothie so I can get some energy. I definitely need it. Um, I love that. I love how the chat is super diverse. Mashallah, mashallah, inshallah. That's like beautiful thing, right? Once again, diverse. It looks like it's warm in the U.S. I'm sitting here with a blanket. It actually is pretty cool outside. It's actually pretty cold. It just looks warm because the sun is out, and I'm sitting in my room, and it's pretty warm. I'm impressed with the Tarawih prayers at the Times Square, mashallah. Yeah, that's very beautiful. That was a very beautiful thing, man. Some people said that, there was supposedly criticism saying that was inappropriate, but I was like, man, shut up. Just shut up. Like, there's people that be going out there in Times Square doing God knows what, and you talk about someone praying. I don't want to hear it. People be out there butt naked promoting America. Like, come on, man, stop it. But I thought it was a very beautiful thing. Really beautiful. Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too, Ashir. So you're gonna go eat out of cook for your iftar. So you're gonna eat out of cook your iftar. I don't know if you're trying to. Am I gonna eat out? If I want to, yeah, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna go eat out. If that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not gonna eat home food. I'm actually gonna go get food. So I have to get it. There will be Tarawih prayer on Times Square on the 29th this month. That's amazing. Well, if they continue to do prayer in Times Square, I may have to like plan a trip to go out there and do a prayer. Do you plan on traveling anytime soon? I do plan on traveling, yes. Um, so I do. So I not in the next couple of months, but in June, I'm planning on going to a friend's bachelor party. I'm gonna. What our plan is to do for the bachelor party is to go to LA, and we're gonna rent out. We're gonna rent out a mansion, and sleep there for like a few days, and we're gonna go sightseeing, probably see some museums, and then later that Friday night we're going to go to a dinner, and we're gonna celebrate his dinner, and I'm gonna get him a cake and everything like that for his personal birthday. I'm gonna do that, and yeah, that'll probably be it. And then the next day we're gonna go do some more things. Probably go shopping and shop around for things. That's what we're gonna do the next day. But that's pretty much what we have planned. I have planned in June for the bachelor party. If I do go to LA, I'm actually thinking of seeing Sheikh Uthman. If I do stay there for Sunday, I may actually go to see Sheikh Uthman in San Diego. I might. I don't know if I'd be able to, but that's probably one of my plans. And then after that, we have my friend's wedding, which will be in October. Oh, actually, I lied. I am going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, with my family very soon this month. But I'm not going to really be able to do much because it's Ramadan. So I told my mother I probably wouldn't be able to do much. The only thing I'll be able to do is just go with them places. But that's pretty much it. But I will be traveling for that too. And then, but after that, it'll be my friend's wedding in October. And then I have another bachelor party I'm going to for one of my other friends, and that's going to be in January of next year. So a lot of no, not January, November. Like a month later. So it's gonna be pretty good. Um, don't forget dhikr of Allah, and may He forgive us all for this weapon. 100%. Did you purchase the nasheed you were talking about? I have to still look into it a little bit. I want to actually buy the rights to to the nasheed. I don't know how that's gonna work. I looked at the website. It doesn't really give me any instructions to purchase the right to it, but I mean, if I only can purchase the track for musical, well, not music related, but for like content creation related purposes, then I'll just do it. But that's pretty much it for that. Have you traveled abroad? I've traveled to Italy in 2018 when I was 25 years old. 24, I mean. I was 24 years old when I traveled to Italy. So that was 4 years ago. Almost 5 years in July. I traveled to Italy. I went to Venice. I went to Rome, and I went to Vicenza, which we stayed at. I was in Vicenza, stayed there in Rome, went to Rome, stayed there for a night, went to Florence, and I went to Venice. So it was a beautiful, beautiful country. Beautiful landscape, beautiful architecture. It was just all around beautiful. And the funny thing is, talk about modesty. You couldn't go into any of the chapels looking crazy. Like there was girls there that are obviously there from other countries looking crazy, dressed all skimpish. The security would not let them into the chapel wearing short shorts. Like if you had anything like past like in Catholicism, I guess, like it's immodest for women is anything that's like above here. So anything above here is immodest. And for the thigh, even for men, you can't have anything that's literally halfway up the thigh. So if it's halfway up your thigh and you can see half your thigh, it's not permitted. So you have to have something that's literally past half your thigh then to be permitted in. Most of the women that were there had like halfway cut like shorts and thighs. I'm not sure, like what they call jean shorts here. They had jean shorts on and they were halfway up their thigh. They're literally not permitted to enter into the chapel because it was immodest. They actually literally had to give them. There was actually like little custodians walking around with like big cloths, and they literally give them to women so they can cover them, wrap it around their waist so they can cover their legs. Very, very modest. I'll say it was but it was very beautiful. A mansion, yes, it's a mansion, but it's going to be split by. There's going to be 8 people for this bachelor party. It's not just me and a few people. It's actually like 8 people, so it'll be pretty cheap, but it is going to be pretty nice. Hopefully, there's no alcohol. No guarantees. No, I'm just joking. I'm not. There probably will be, but I'm not going to drink. I've already made it very clear I'm not going to. I'm going to be drinking my water and drinking my juices and eating my halal food, and that's all I'm doing. I'm not doing no drinking. They're actually, if they do plan on having all that stuff, I told them they can go and do it. I'll just stay at the mansion and just do me. I'm not gonna go and do that stuff. But I'm the planner of this, so it's already planned. Same mashallah Abu Abid Mujahid. Mashallah Abu Mujahid. I don't know what that means, but okay. Hopefully, you're not making me say some bad words. Please do not take a video with Sheikh Uthman. Please do take a video. I will. I definitely will. Definitely will. Inshallah, you'll probably have like 100K subs by the end of the year. Maybe. We'll see, man. Inshallah, if that happens, that happens. That'll be beautiful if it did, because that'll be my first milestone I've had in a long time. And this is probably the fastest I've grown on YouTube ever. So this is really beautiful, and I really love you guys. You guys have been really patient, very kind, very informative. And I appreciate your love and support. It really does mean a lot. Mashallah, everyone is getting married. 100%. Yeah, a lot of my friends are getting married. We're a little bit older, so we're like I'm 28. My friend Matthew, Matthew is 27. He's about to be 27 soon. And my friend Zach, like that's the other guy that's getting married, he's already my age. He's like 29. So we're getting older. We got to start settling down. Who purchases nasheeds though? Never heard of a copyright strike because of a nasheed. Well, I'm not going to give away my secrets, but there is a beat maker that makes or a nasheed maker that makes nasheeds, and you have to purchase the rights to it. But the thing is, they're all authentic. They're all his, and he makes them. So I'm not too sure how the process works for that, but it's almost similar to beat making. Like if you know anything about beat makers or like producers, what they do is that they put out a beat, they put it onto a website, and they give you a certain rights to purchase the beat for a certain amount of money. Of course, you can utilize it for free for non-profit reasons. But if you utilize it for even if I were a YouTuber and I wanted to put it into an intro for a video, if I put in the monetize on my video, then I have to pay that guy for money, pay that guy for the beat. So you can only utilize it for free reasons. But if you want to utilize it and not get copyrighted, you have to purchase the right to it and post it onto your page. That way they'll know that it's you have the rights to utilize it for monetary gain. So that's why it's a thing. You're not allowed into the mosque here unless you have a niqab on. Alhamdulillah, our men are cucks, aren't cucks. Wow, man. I don't know about the niqab. I don't think it's that necessary for niqab, but if your woman does it, that's her choice, and inshallah, I'm actually proud that some women are still brave enough and willing enough to do that. If that was in Muslim country, feminists would go crazy. 100%. They definitely would. Keep it allowed, 100. Yeah, they definitely will. They'd lose their minds. Everybody will be drinking fancy wine, and Brother Ant will be there on the side drinking his juices. You already know me, man. I'm promise you, I'm not. I literally have tried my best to stay away from it. to the best of my ability. I've not tried. I haven't gone out. I've tried to stay home. I've literally stayed with. I went to see my brothers more often, my friends more often, and even if they drink, I try to tell them I'm good. I don't need to. So it's a lot of different things. But I'm gonna be drinking my juices. You're right, my juices and my beautiful, tasty, crispy water. That's what I'm gonna be drinking. Um, our mosque here also provided clothing for tourists, both men and women. Alhamdulillah. See, that's beautiful. Okay, inshallah, we drink over there. Akira. What's Akira? What does that mean? Okay, inshallah, we drink over there, Akira. I don't know what you mean by that. Alhamdulillah, it's better to be a lone wolf upon the truth instead of blending in with a misguided crowd. 100%. And I'm actually going to make a video about that. It's good that you brought that up. It's very good that you brought that up because I want to talk about the manosphere and I want to give more of an insight to the manosphere and what the manosphere entails on this channel to Muslim groups of people, because I feel like that's one thing that I will say that is kind of unfortunate, because when people don't get involved into the culture, then you kind of lose sight of like what the culture isn't even about. And one thing for sure and two things for certain, I definitely agree, it's good to just do your own thing instead of following the crowd. But one thing that I will say that I still hold on to as far as a principle is that part of the manosphere or the red pill group or whatever, there is a group called MGTOW, which is MGTOW, which is men who go their own way, which is also considered Sigma males or lone wolves. But I always utilized the lone wolf signature since I was a teenager. Like that was always before the manosphere thing existed. I was talking about how I was a lone wolf since I was a kid. I don't necessarily fit in with one particular set of ideals. I believe in a lot of different ideals from different things, so I can't just necessarily follow one stringent way of life. It doesn't work for me. And for me, I personally take pride in being a lone wolf and doing my own thing and actually not following the crowd, because people tend to follow these things and they tend to make things popular, and I don't find the necessary reason to make them popular, like in the black community especially, which I call it my own group of people. But there's a lot of like, you have to have the newest clothes, the newest fashion, the newest jewelry to basically be somebody, and I don't want to fit into that stereotype. I personally don't believe that I have to have the newest of the new in order to be looked at differently, and I personally don't believe that. It's similar to things like that amongst a lot of different cultures and peoples. I don't believe that there's certain things that I have to prescribe to in order to believe that I am who I am, Almost like the earring thing, regardless of what people try to say or what's halal and what's haram, there's nothing particular about earrings. Until there is literally something that comes out about earrings, I'm going to wear my earrings. I don't find anything wrong with them. Granted, if I ever go to a mosque or something, or if it's somewhere that I need to go that's more respectful and more dignified, of course I would be willing to take them out. But there's nothing about these, and I don't find anything wrong with me rocking a certain jewelry when I don't rock any jewelry to begin with. Have you ever watched any of my streams and see me rock any other jewelry except my earrings and a watch? I've not rocked anything. Sometimes I wear beads, but I haven't worn beads in a long time. I honestly hate wearing so many different things that I have to keep up with. It becomes annoying, but I don't necessarily prescribe to one set of ideas. I even believe that, if I'm not mistaken, I think even Sheikh Uthman, people want to bring up Sheikh Uthman a lot about like when it comes to certain rulings and that I follow them. There was like a video that I watched with Sheikh Uthman. I think he was getting he had somebody that came up to him talking about what branch of Islam did he follow. And one time, I don't remember the video, but I remember he was saying in this particular video, I don't follow, he was like, I'm just Muslim. That's all I am. I'm just Muslim. I don't follow any particular branch. Of course, some people will say, like, it's kind of like a cop-out answer, but I take that stance very literally, because even in Christianity, I don't follow a specific sect. I don't follow anything to one dynamic, because I believe in a lot of it. I've taken a lot of it into consideration, and I've taken and processed it in my own way and digest it in my own way. So that's why I like being a lone wolf. Don't follow the crowd. Stand out. It's nice to see the brother growing his beard. It's an obligation. Well, technically, I'm not growing it. I'm keeping it trimmed down. I keep this grown because, like, this is like, my chin is fine, But I actually have a skin condition, and I need to keep my beard trimmed. And I'm also going through things medically right now that I need to keep it trimmed down. So I mean, but before I was growing my beard, but like it's hard to it's a lot to maintain. And here in the States, it's not necessarily looked at having a big beard. It's not looked at as professional sometimes. So I don't necessarily find it a problem. But however, I had my beard grown at one point, but I keep it trimmed like this. Halal cocktail, LOL pina colada. There is no halal cocktail. Stop it. Hazel. Always ask Allah for genital varieties for thus. I don't know how I'm pronouncing it. All our happiness is there. Akira means life hereafter. Okay, gotcha. It's super hard to be Muslim in the US. You always end up getting influenced by your surroundings one way or another. That's very true. But I think like people with good discipline don't necessarily have that problem. I've never necessarily had the problem of keeping good discipline. Like for example, even when it came to gold, like that's one thing I don't even care for. I mean, it's even better that I found out that gold actually comes up in the bloodstream of men and actually can cause issues for men. But you know, the funny thing is, I never really cared for gold. I never really cared for the flashy jewelry, like as far as gold goes, at least. I never cared for it. And look at that. You know, look at this the studies that have been done on gold alone, and men are not supposed to wear it anyway. So it's like, bro, I never really cared for that kind of stuff anyway. So it's like I'm cool with that, you know? So it's some things that I'm like it's definitely hard to not be influenced, but at the same time, I believe that we are human, and you know, may Allah bless us all, man. You know, may Allah guide us to the right way, and you know, Allah knows best. Hopefully, we are doing the right thing and we're following the right path that's suited for us. Excuse me. Women like beards more, anyways. It's more masculine, probably why so many sisters approach Brother Ant. No, nah. I mean, even without the beard, I was approached a lot by women. I'm approached more now that I'm older, but I think that's just natural because women are single and they're looking for someone, and when they see a nice, handsome guy, that they approach. So there's nothing wrong with it. But I don't think it's because of that. I mean, some people actually see me without a beard and they actually prefer me without a beard. Some people see me with hair and they prefer me with hair, and some with not without hair. So it's all perspective. But there has been studies that have shown that women do like men with a beard more. So I personally remember when I was working security, they actually back then they made you cut your beard off. And I was so sick and tired of cutting my beard. Even to this day, I'm content with my beard. I don't ever want to cut it off. I never want to cut it off again. I cut it off one time, and I honestly hated it as soon as I cut it off, and I haven't cut it since. I love my beard. Yes, we as Muslims don't follow a particular group. We are Muslims, follow the Quran and Sunnah only. Alhamdulillah, 100%. Let it grow like James Harden. No, you got me messed all the way up. I'm not doing no James Harden. That's no. That's too big. That's way too big. Like that's like ridiculous. Men aren't permitted to wear jewelry anyways. What do you mean men aren't permitted to wear jewelry? That doesn't make sense. Why does it say in the Quran or the Sunnah that men can wear jewelry? Yeah, it's almost iftar. I got 15. Not 15. I got 13 minutes left. 13. As you can see, it's starting to sunset a little bit, but it's already setting. But still, 30 minutes, 13 minutes left. I forgot in the U.S. we have halal cocktails, along minus alcohol, more like mocktails. Anyway, they served in restaurants. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard that there's actually places but see, that's the beauty. Oh man, that's the beauty about being out there. Is because like you guys have like halal foods anyway, so it's like you're not going to run across any issue. I forgot about that. Thank you for actually correcting me because I didn't know. I totally forgot because like I'm so used to being here. Like yes, cocktails here are literally have alcohol influenced things in them. So it sucks. It's always like a bad influential stuff here. So it's like you can't any cocktails usually have alcohol. But yeah, but I heard mocktails are just as good. Usually they're very sweet and they're really good. So I mean, I know a lot of females here that love mocktails or cocktails either way. So I personally don't like a lot of sweet things, but I can do something sweet for a drink though, but not like not like food. Like if it's food and it's sweet, I can't do it. Okay. All right. I think I've said enough. There are halal beers. Interesting. You guys just faking it, you know? Like, yes, let's go get our halal beers, our halal cocktails. That's actually pretty funny. I actually find that adorable, and it's actually pretty cute. That you guys have fake beers and cocktails. It's funny. I'm from Malaysia anyway. You're welcome to visit my country, brother. And it's food heaven, and everything is basically halal. Malaysia, I gotta definitely visit Malaysia. I know there's a lot of beautiful Malaysian sisters out there. I definitely gotta. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm not talking about the sisters. I'm just playing around. But no, but Malaysia, I heard is very beautiful, very very beautiful, very beautiful. It's haram to wear gold, bro, for men, anyways. Yeah, I know that's true. I know for men. Yeah, I know gold is haram. Wallahi, it's true. It's not. This man is like, yeah, we're just gonna drink our fake beers, our fake mocktails, and we're gonna fake being men and women. No, it's not faking it, but honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just playing around. Okay, I've talked too much. I've talked way too much. The Robert said, "Pleasant be upon him." Took a piece of silk in his right hand and said, "Some." Wait, what? Took a piece of silk in his right hand and some gold in his left. He then said, "These two are haram for men of my ummah, classed as sahih." Oh, okay. Well, I know that part about the silk. Men can't wear silk and things like that. I know that much. And the gold, I know that. Google the halal beers. I definitely will. Now that you guys talk about it, I gotta look it up. Okay, brothers, I gotta cook some iftar. It's almost time. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. I'm heading out here myself. I gotta go get some food. I used to buy it in Saudi Arabia. Okay, okay. Well, I definitely will look into that. I'll definitely go buy it. This is the source. Okay, thank you for the source. All right, guys, I've gone way over my time here. It's cool. It's cool. It's all right. It's all right. They're just having fun. They're having a great conversation. We're having a great time here. It's all good, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much, sister. I appreciate you. I'm going to enjoy my food. You guys enjoy your iftar, your suhoor, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for stopping by the stream. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. And hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video tomorrow. Inshallah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. We're still growing as far as subscribers. Let's continue to grow. If you guys want to chat with me, you can follow me on my Instagram or my Twitter pages. They're linked in the description below. If you go to my main page, they will be linked there as well. And also feel free to comment on the community page when I post something. If you have, I'm going to post, I try to post it regularly. I'm going to work hard on trying to get things more categorized. So we're going to have, at some point, I'm going to create a Discord for you guys. Obviously, if you guys want to chat in the Discord, keep up with one another, we'll have that as well soon. Inshallah, I'm going to try to work on that. I'm going to have that in the works very, very soon. So, nonetheless, halal beer is root beer. It doesn't contain alcohol. Gotcha. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, guys. I love you so much. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace and love to y'all. Y'all take it easy.